7 intersection west in Vail.
Are you new to the area? Or maybe you just have problems locating those hard-to-find streets. Universal Advertising Associates has published a quality Cleveland County street guide, and now they are available free of charge at these area business locations. Cleveland Lumber Company, Klein Roofing, Eileen's Soul Food Eatery, Stephanie Williams Remax, Bridges Hardware, Sane Grading, Southern Equipment Rentals, Cruise Through Grab and Go, Cinnamon Sun Paint and Body Shop, Carolina Kitchen, The Depot Cafe, Kelly's Little Angels, Joe's Florist and Catering, Press Coffee Lounge, K&D State Line Grocery, and KTC Broadcasting. The maps will be available for a limited time only, so hurry into the business location nearest you.
This one. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome, Saturday Morning Sports Talk. I'm Kevin Hastings, along with not Chip Carter today. No, he's getting his breakfast. Tom Stefani's here. Terry Reinhardt's here. We got a big morning ahead of us today. We've got all kinds of fun things to talk about. We've got NASCAR playoffs, baseball playoffs, playoff runs winding down. Then we've got college football. We've got bad picks, good picks, more of this week's picks. Talk about last week's games. We've got, NFL to go over, and we got bad picks on that as well. Probably won't get into maybe basketball today, but also Ryder Cup to talk about, Ryder Cup, and more. Of course, though, we'll give you guys some scores from last night. I'm going to let the fellas here handle this and go over last night's games. If you're watching live on YouTube, if you're listening on the radio, you can watch this show live on YouTube every Saturday morning and watch the replays on our KTC Broadcasting YouTube channel. Black scores are finals. Red scores, we don't have anything, haven't been reported, and they may have been moved. I think I saw the Moore's one was October 3rd. Starmount Allegheny is today. Nothing on Wilkes Central, North Wilkes, and then Crest and Forest View will resume play with Crest up 7-0 in the second quarter against Forest View on Monday night, 6:30 p.m. But I'll let Tom start it off with the first scores there at the top.
All right. Well, in the Battle of Knob Creek, Terry, sorry, your West Lincoln Rebels are defeated 47.
Is that what we calling it now?
I guess that's what we're going to call it. 47-19 in the inaugural game in this series. Both teams been around since the 60s. First time they've played. RS Central crushes Chase 42-7. Corvian Community defeats Lincoln Charter 52-6. And that game was at UNC Charlotte. Heard Dan Potter's breakdown of that one. That was fun. Shelby Golden Lions defeat the Stuart Kramer Storm 51-29. In the game, they were up 22-0, and then Stuart Kramer came back and tied it. And then they pulled away at the end. Crest up 7-0 to be resumed on Monday. East Lincoln 57-0 over Bunker Hill. Franklin defeats Pisgah 37-26. Brevard over North Henderson 52-18. West Henderson defeats East Henderson 47-0. Tuscola over Smoky Mountain 20-0. Ashe County defeats Elkin 52-17. Starmount and Allegheny will play on Saturday. I'll do that first one, Terry, and then you can do the last three. Ashbrook defeats North Gaston 44-0. East Gaston over Bessemer City 42-12. Lincoln and Blanks Highland Tech 56-0. South Point crushes Hunter Huss 53-6. Mountain Island over Albemarle 14-0. And Hickory defeats North Lincoln 49-6. Terry?
All righty. It was McDowell defeating North Buncombe 35-19. Watauga no trouble with Asheville 57-7. I got a big matchup coming on down the road here between Watauga and Freedom. But Mitchell defeats Polk County 39-7. It was Mountain Heritage 52, Madison 20. Avery County loses to Black Mountain Owen 43-15. It was East Rutherford blanking West Caldwell 30-0. Congratulations up there, Philip Russ. It was North Stanley 23, Thomas Jefferson 6. High Brighton, a pretty good team up there too, 37-8 over East Burke. Patton wins their game overdrawn 31-0. Newton Conover pulls off a big win over at Bandy's 36-35 was the final. Made no trouble with Fred T. Ford 47-0. It was Langtree losing to Charlotte Latin 42-0. It was Community School of Davison 28, Christ the King 21. Lake Norman defeats Pine Lake 20-7. North Rowan over Bonnie Cone 59-0. It was East Wilkes 27, West Wilkes 9, and that's a total of our scores.
All right, guys. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Of course, last night's ball games. Let's see. Whoop. Overhead, big room. There we go. Looking at the power poll going forward into next week, we had a little bit of movement. Let me see. Top 25, Forest View at 25, Cherryville 24, Davidson 23, Central 22, Bandy's 21, Burns at 20, Christ the King 19, Chase 18, Newton 17, Shelby 16, East Rutherford 15, Kramer is at 14, South Stanley 13, High Brighton 12, Lincoln at 11. In our top 10, Kings Mountain, West Iredell at 9, undefeated North Stanley is at number 8. Crest Chargers will be at number 7 by my prediction, and I've got that, so that's tentatively. Maiden at 6, Hickory at 5, South Point at 4. Now Hickory has more points than South Point, but South Point beat them, so they're going to flip flop since they're tied back to back there in the poll per the rules. Corvion to be number 3, East Lincoln 2, and Ashbrook number 1 once again. Next week's broadcast, we have Mountain Island at Thomas Jefferson on Waggy. You can watch that on YouTube. West Lincoln will visit the Cherryville Ironman on 92.9 again. WCSL. North Lincoln at Newton Conover with a big upset last night. Will be the Lincoln County game of the week next week. That'll be interesting. Burns gets their first crack at the Kramer Street. Y'all played Kramer before?
Yeah, we've played them before, and we scrimmaged them a couple years ago. So, no, we haven't played them often, but we have played them before.
And then next week's big game, we'll have number 7 Crest against number 4 South Point for a battle for the Big South supremacy here in our area.
Who was number 8?
8 was North Stanley, undefeated Comets right now.
It's going to be another big game, Crest and Ashbrook, when that one takes place.
Yes, it will be.
That is the 24th, and it's at Ashbrook.
I'll tell you what, I drove a kid that went to Ashbrook. He's going to try it out for the basketball team, but he was saying they packed the house for Ashbrook South Point. He said you couldn't get a seat in that place. That's good for Ashbrook High School. Get a little school spirit going. But Gaston County's big matchups.
And I'm going to give some shout out to Stuart Kramer. Very surprising, down 22-0, like you said. Then they
Came
tied
back,
it up.
tied at 22.
So they're a little bit better than maybe what we was giving them credit for.
And I heard Steve giving the referees down the road, but there have been a lot of penalties. I'm telling you, there's even more penalties that could be called. A lot of pre-snap penalties they're letting go. I mean, you see guys leaning and maybe taking a little baby step before the snap and not getting called. So
It's funny you said that, Tom. Will pointed that out a couple of times on some of our highlights.
Yeah.
That guy's leaving early, and that
Right.
guy's leaving early. I am not even looking at that, but he was pointing that out.
Yeah,
during
and
a
it's
lot
just,
of our highlights.
It's just you see it a lot, and I think the rough equivalent, Kevin, is the balk in baseball because you could call it so often, and it just kind of disrupts the flow of the game. And you want to get, but it's a rule. But it's a rule.
Right.
Well, both teams want their balk call, and then.
But it's like to make the soccer parallel. You think if you call it, they'll quit doing it. It's like, okay, there's a pretty bad trip there. Let me give you a yellow card. This will take care of it. No, had to give 4 for the same thing in the same game. I mean, it's like kids don't learn anymore. It's like, are you paying attention to the game? Adjust. They don't adjust.
If you got illegal motion, I understand now. We sit back and we say holding can be called on every play.
Probably, yeah.
But illegal motion, when you seeing it before the play happens, and then they run the play, and you say, well, he was moving before,
Well, I mean, I have a good view of it because as the play-by-play guy, your focus tends to be on the quarterback and the running back beside him. So you're just looking at there, and then like, here he comes, he's creeping forward. I'm like, you gotta get that, man. You gotta clean that up. But like I said, it seems like if you call it on them a couple times, they'll stop. But that's not the way it works. Like you call it on them 2 or 3 times, you keep doing it. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know if South Iredell and Mooresville both had a bye next week originally, but that game looks like it's been moved October 3rd. And North Wilkes and Wilkes Central has been moved to Monday.
Gotcha.
9/29.
All right. Highlights from last night's West Lincoln Burns first ever matchup here before we go to break. I wanted to show some of our MVP last night from Tom Ussery. He had some big plays here. And here's one of the impressive ones, getting loose and dragging a defender into the end zone here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's bigger than you think, Kevin.
He looks it, yeah.
He's bigger than you think. He's hard to get down in the open field. He's got, he's just got excellent vision and body control. And he can just, in addition to being hard,
watch this catch.
Yeah, watch this one.
It's Willie Mays is this one.
Yeah, it looked like he bobbled it maybe just a bit.
He got his feet.
Yeah,
it looks kind of like a DeAndre.
He got his feet in.
He was out of bounds.
It looks kind of like a DeAndre Hopkins build there.
And give credit for Dixon. He dropped that one in the bucket.
Yeah, that's a good throw.
It's a good throw.
I mean, he's toe tapping right there.
Yeah.
Willie Mays catch.
Who's out of bounds?
2 feet in. 2 feet in. And like Tom said, excellent throw from the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he just dropped it in the bucket and drew Dixon back from his concussion. And, he threw the deep ball very well. He had 2 deep balls. One of them was called back. So he should have had 3. And I give, I'm going to give credit to, and there's Rudis with the punt block and the recovery. Did everything.
Now this one, guys, let's do this. We're going to listen to the audio on this. You can hear the doo-doo on this. That's pretty cool.
Volleyball spike.
You hear the kick and the block.
Yeah. And the mom in the background.
Well, the funny thing when this play happened, number one funny thing is it takes me a while to register. It's like, why are these people saying I'm calling out the wrong person? Are they listening to the broadcast while they're at the game? But no, they're getting me confused with the public address announcer.
Right. Yeah.
And like, it took me a while to process it because she's like banging on the window and saying her son blocked the punt. And I looked and I said, everybody in there saying 51 blocked the punt. So I'm just going to go with that. So I did. And then they came banging on the window again. My son had 4 tackles, and it's like, I just want to tell everybody out there, when you see us with the headsets on, we're not the PA man. Because right. I'm trying to think of what Matt was calling out. I'm not really sure that it's Matt, that she's, because I'm looking over there and I don't see him with his phone listening to the game, So I was like, oh, that's the PA man that she's claiming is calling out the wrong number on the tackles. And it's like, and I try to explain to her, she's like, come around here and talk. It's like, ma'am, I'm in the middle of a broadcast. Right. So they just remember, if you're a parent and you're at a game, the guy with the headset on is on the radio.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy with just a microphone, he's the PA guy. So if something's you want announced over the intercom,
in general, don't bother someone.
Yeah,
with
the PA guy.
On.
In general,
they're probably doing something important.
In general, I'm just telling you, it's not like I'm not performing brain surgery, okay? but I'm keeping a little stats. I got to get to commercials because Calvin's going to text me on Monday morning and say, such didn't see their commercial, and I have to go back and find it and say, no, Calvin, I showed it at this and this. So I got to make sure the commercials run. I got to make sure that, we're getting the stats. I got to make sure, I'm doing a lot. I mean, it's not brain surgery, but I just got to focus. So if you're banging on the window trying to tell me that your son got the last tackle, not Johnny, I'm probably not going to be able to help you.
And on the other end of that, other end of that for a PA guy, normally what they can say is fairly limited and scripted. So don't ask for them doing that because I'm coming from a PA guy that works at Gardner Webb and other events.
If you want the PA guy to say something, they will. If it's like a community event, just make sure you get to them before the game.
Yes.
And make sure that you've got something scripted. Like I had to announce. That we had, like our top pink night sponsor and such like that. And I always do that, but it's just, we're not, like I said, we're not performing brain surgery, but we do kind of have to focus, got 3 or 4 things going on. So just please just send me a message on my phone. Most people can find me on Facebook and people do. Tom used to got the wrong camera on. Tom, we can't see the scoreboard, things like that. That's fine. But banging on the window, just please. It's just too much to keep up with. I'm sorry.
I want to say something, and this is for y'all 3. I have been with y'all 3, and y'all 3 do fantastic work at what you're doing most of the time. I mean, 99%. Every now and then, everybody messes up, but y'all have the scripts to who the sponsor is, and y'all are pretty much in sync. I've been with all of you, and y'all do a fantastic job.
I appreciate that, but that's another thing you say, Terry. You got to make sure that it's a Falston Pharmacy first down. It's
that's what I'm saying.
It's a Putnam Distributors penalty.
And I've not been around anybody else who's done as good as y'all. So
I just always try. Now I know Tom knows who's paying the bills. Now you might throw the old public sector, you don't know business, Tom, but no, Tom knows enough to where you got to make sure your business relationships remain intact, and people do get upset when they're a sponsor and they don't hear their name. So we try to do our best.
All right, we'll let you guys read the scores, and we're going to take a break.
All right, running down the list one more time is
Jump
Burns.
to the second one.
What's that?
Jump to the second.
No, well, can't read that one. Burns defeats West Lincoln 47-19. RS Central comes out on top in Rutherford County against Chase 42-7. Corvian Community defeats Lincoln Charter. That game was UNC Charlotte 52-6. Shelby holds off Kramer 51-29. Crest leads Forest View 7-0. That game being rescheduled, we believe, for Monday.
Yes.
East Lincoln shuts out Bunker. Thank you, Tom. East Lincoln shuts out Bunker Hill 57-0. Franklin holds off Pisgah 37-26. It was Brevard over North Henderson 52-18. West Henderson defeats county rival East Henderson 47-0. Tuscola blanks Smoky Mountain 20-0. In the pronunciation horror game of the night, Ashe County defeats the Elkin Bucking Elks 52-17. And Star Mountain Allegheny, they're supposed to be playing what I saw post 10 a.m. this morning, I believe.
Why would you call yourself the Bucking Elks? You're just inviting something, aren't you? I'm sorry, Terry. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Tom,
it was Ashbrook.
Ash last night.
Yeah, Ashbrook 44, North Gaston 0, East Gaston 42, Bessemer City 12. I'm not surprised that East Gaston won, but the points that they won by.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It was Lincoln in 56, Highland Tech 0, South Point 53, Hunter Huss 6. Very impressed with that win by South Point.
Yep.
It was Mountain Island 14, Albemarle 0, Hickory 49, North Lincoln 6. It was McDowell 35, North Buncombe 19, Watauga no trouble with Asheville 57-7, Mitchell 37, Polk County 7, Mount Heritage 52, Madison 20. Avery County loses to Black Mountain 43-15.
All right, my column. It's West Caldwell going down, getting shut out by East Rutherford 30-0. North Stanley defeats Thomas Jefferson 23-6. High Brighton over East Burke 37-8. Patton blanks Drone 31-0. Newton Conover edges Bandies 36-35, and Maiden blanks Ford 47-0. It was Charlotte Latin over Langtree Prep 42-0. The Community School of Davidson defeats Christ the King 28-21. Lake Norman Charter over Pine Lake Prep 20-7. North Rowan crushes Bonnie Cone. Poor Bonnie Cone. Maybe they should have left football alone. 59-0. East Wilkes defeats West Wilkes 29-7. And North Wilkes and Wilkes Central. The Moonshine Bowl will be played later. And I just want to say one thing. I know a couple of guys over there at Charlotte, and I umpire baseball over there. And Joe Teets over there is their broadcast guy. They have their own broadcast network over there. So figured I'd give Joe a little love on the show this morning. And I know he's happy that a big 42-0 win for Charlotte Latin last night.
All right, we'll be right back. KDCBroadcasting.com.
The time is now, right now. Get to Today's Pro in Shelby and get ready for the cold winter weather ahead. Check out the line of gas logs. Today's Pro has a great selection to choose from. Plus, they'll install them in your home. And they offer great service, too. When the power goes out, your gas logs from Today's Pro will keep on burning. They do it all. Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Call 704-600-8393. Online at thetodayspro.com.
Once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure.
Huzzah!
Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd.
Jousting night.
The Living Mermaids. Woo! Happiness reigns at the Renaissance Festival.
We come to the Renaissance Festival every year. It's just a good time for our entire family. We love to come and eat our way through the festival. The turkey legs and the crepes and everything else. There's great food and lots of entertainment. It's a great way to spend the day.
Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. Presented by Pepsi. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com. Renaissance Festival, here I come. Save $2 per ticket with discount coupons available at Hennes-Tita stores region-wide. Oh, jolly good. Don't miss the Renaissance Festival. Huzzah!
For the 14th year, UN Insurance Agency in Gastonia has been voted the best of best insurance agencies in Gaston County. UN Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency finding you the best possible coverage at the lowest possible price. Their agents have over 50 years of experience. From auto to home, from business to workman's comp, UN Insurance is there. UN Insurance Agency, 1548C Union Road in Gastonia, online at insuregaston.com.
It's Mason Vitamin BOGO month at Dallas Express Pharmacy. Buy one bottle of Mason Vitamins and get one for half price. All this month at Dallas Express Pharmacy. And pick up some Burt's Bee honey, elderberry syrup, CBD oil, and Nature's Truth vitamins too. And they do immunizations. Stay healthy with a stop at Dallas Express Pharmacy, 111 North Hoffman Street in Dallas. Call 704-922-3001 for Dallas Express Pharmacy.
Join us for our live Sunday morning worship services on WHS. It's the Sunday morning worship service from Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby, and on WCSL, it's the Sunday morning worship service from First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
This month's Scholar Athlete of the Month is Kayleen Bryant of Lincoln High School. The award is sponsored by McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and WhatsUpShopper.com. Kayleen is the daughter of Ronald and Calandra Bryant and is a junior at Lincoln High School. Kaylin plays volleyball, along with basketball and track. Kaylin has a 3.031 grade point average. Kaylin is a member of the Providence Missionary Baptist Church. Her community activities include dance, youth choir at church, and works in the soup kitchen. After graduation, Kaylin plans to attend college and pursue a degree in nursing and play volleyball. The McDonald's KTC Broadcasting WhatsUpShopper.com Student Athlete Award recognizes not only the accomplishments of the athletics, but also for overall achievement in the classroom and community. Sponsored by McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and WhatsUpShopper.com.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Shock Joxx Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin Hastings, Tom Sinafani, Terry Reinhart, Chip Carter here with you. Thank you for joining us. We just got done taking our quick peek at last night in high school football. We're going to swing over
NASCAR playoff.
Yeah.
Well, next weekend we've got they're coming to the Roval But that's got to wait on that because this weekend in Kansas, Hollywood Casino 400.
That makes a lot of sense in Kansas.
Presented by ESPN Bet.
Yeah, ESPN Bet made me last night. TCU, man. I'm done with you. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Last week's winner, Ryan Blaney at New Hampshire. Did I pick that, Terry?
So one of us did.
I think I might have. I said it either the last week or the week before, Ryan Blaney.
Oh.
I know I picked him one of the last 2 weeks. I can't remember which one
the show,
it was. But Blaney wins last week in the round of 12. First race. Kansas this week, and Charlotte is next week. Terry, did you catch any of that from New Hampshire? The Mobile 1301.
Let me just put it like this. When I turned it on, Kyle Busch was a lap down.
We know the answer from here.
Yep. And I'm sitting there, and he got his lap back. And then next thing I know, he's behind again. Then next thing I know, he's like 4 laps down. But he finished ahead of Shane Van Gisberger.
Is that all that matters to you nowadays?
Well, I'm going to give you credit, though. Now, I'm going to give the guy a little bit of credit. Shane Van started, 6th or 7th?
I'm not sure.
So his qualifying must have been decent, but it didn't take long for him to head to the back once they started.
I'm not sure if I got any.
I'm trying to figure out
this week.
And this is me, okay? You're running an oval. What is the difference from running this oval to being on a road course? I understand. I know they keep telling me because they show his feet because he can go into turns and he uses both his feet to get through them, and that's more than any other guy in NASCAR's doing. So I know they're working on that, some of the other ones probably, to be able to keep up with him. But running an oval looks to me like that would be simple.
There's got to be. And Kevin's made this point. Part of it's equipment, and part of it, I think, is just what comes naturally to him, or what kind of racing did he do growing up? A lot of these guys doing the sprint middies and open wheels here in the States, that they grew up on ovals. So that's why I think that's why road courses are not natural to them. For him, it is.
Yeah, to me, it's this. You have Ross Chastain over there in your group. They can run them.
Your favorite driver.
Well, they can run them. And then next year, you're going to have Connor Zelich coming over there for your group. What a group that Trackhouse is going to have. They're going to be able to run road courses with Shane.
You put them in Hendrick's equipment, Terry, they're going to run good on those ovals.
Or JGR.
So those big-time teams have some type of advantage we don't know about. We've talked about that for years.
Well, they're going to have a guy for everything next year. That group will.
I talked to a guy one time, Terry. This German fella. And he grew up doing racing like a Southern boy would, like what Chip's talking about. And asked him if he's ever been to a NASCAR race, and he laughed at it, and he said, ovals isn't real racing. He said, you don't have to do anything. You just go and turn left and go and turn left.
Yeah, so it should be easy to learn.
He says he's talking about real racing. He said, your turn, you're going fast. And he was talking about the G's. You remember Jimmy Johnson talking about his adjustment. Going to any car is having to understand that car is actually going to turn as opposed to not going to turn in a NASCAR because the weight difference. So he was talking about he did stunt driving, and he was actually on this TV show doing a stunt driving. It was one of those ones where somebody does the ride along, and then like you scare the piss out of them. Yeah. So he was telling me about he went in the first turn and the dude was screaming like a little girl and peed himself actually. And what was the reason he was telling me this story is because they got these undercover cameras and stuff. He actually caught the guy. They actually caught the guy riding being like really abusive and mean to his wife before the show, and he gets in the car and peed himself. And so they were just talking about like this is just a big thing in Germany about how this guy got on TV and he made him pee himself going into turn one and then taking a dead right at whatever miles per hour it is. He's like whatever G's. He's like he's holding all those G's. And he said he just went back and he said you can see his pants just get wet. But that's an example of the different cars being able to handle those turns and go and what different people think about it. So he sees that as racing. That guy that grew up is that we're going to those corners. Who's the bravest going to this corner at the last second, the fastest? And the NASCAR is we're going to break and slide in this corner and bump somebody out of the way. And so that's different thoughts on that.
My dad,
but I can't explain the SVG not being better and better at oval.
And I would think over time he would get more comfortable with it. A lot. My dad did one of the Richard Petty NASCAR experience things. We gave that to him for one of his birthdays, and it was at Charlotte. And my dad, he retired from auto parts. He worked he's been around cars his entire life. He raced drag cars when he was in high school. But they talked to him about the car building up momentum as you're going around the oval, and the trainer, Mom and I sat in there in the training course before he got in the car with the classroom full of people, and they have cones set up for where you want to enter the turns to kind of give direction. And the guy's telling him, when you get to that point, don't brake. You think you're going to brake, it will hold. The car will hold. And my dad, who's been around cars his entire life, came up to, and I mean, I'm talking 45 minutes to an hour after he got out of the car, his hands are still shaking. And he said, and he looked at me, he said, you think when you're going, when you've gotten or accelerating, the car's built up its momentum, you think when you're going into the corner, you're going to go right into the wall. And you have to trust what they're telling you, that it's going to stick, that those tires are going to hold as you hit the turn. Mm-hmm. He says, and it does. It does. But in my dad, dad got up to 150. That's as fast as he got. So add another 50 miles an hour on top of that. And these guys, and I think there's to Kevin's point, there's a sense of nerve that has to go with trusting that this is going to stick and it's going to hold. Now, on top of that, add that you're trying to get through that quicker than 40 some other cars, and that's where the differential occurs.
Here's the example of the experience thing, Terry and Chip. Jimmy when he went to IndyCar, you remember him passing at Texas on the outside, and the IndyCar guys lost their ever-loving minds because they only pass on the straightaways and their little go buttons or whatever it does, their little go-kart buttons that makes them go a little faster when they pass the overtake buttons. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah. But NOS?
well, they have a button that makes them pass each other. Did you know that they have an extra? It makes them. Basically, that's what it is.
It's just like Mario Kart.
You get like 2 of those a race or something like it. Yes, it's exactly what it is. Basically, I know the other guys watching online are going to get mad and disagree. But
sorry,
but that's basically. But anyway, what I was saying is that
it's called drafting.
Well, they lost their minds and thought that was just out because they don't even go 2 lanes at all. In that they've got the whole track to work with, and they're hugging the line because there is no outside. So when they saw Jimmy pass on the outside, they lost their minds, and that's probably like SVG's like, might not want to go outside. That wall's the enemy in NASCAR. You can't bump anything. You got your tires, there's no bumping. So there's a lot of different strategies. So I'm guessing it's that, Terry. It's more like it's like Daytona, Daytona Thunder, whatever. When you got to just drive through the smoke and not brake through it.
Yeah. Well,
and Days of Thunder, in the movie Days of Thunder.
One thing I did get correct, I told you, be careful. Joey Logano's coming. Mm-hmm. And I even said last week he'd finish in the top 5, and he finished 4th.
Let's look at the standings real quick. Outside the cut line right now is Chastain, Cindric, Reddick, and Bubba Wallace.
Bubba dropped a whole lot. Wasn't he 3rd last week?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, Joey Logano wasn't even in the top 12.
Yeah. A lot of shifting last week.
Logano's at 6, Elliott 7, Briscoe's the cut line at 8, 12 points ahead of Chastain. Cindric's 19 back, Reddick 23 back, 27. Bubba is in dead last right now.
When's the next cut?
2 more races. Mm-hmm. So Blaney's in.
Not this week, but after the Roval.
Blaney's in for the next round. Byron, Larson are the top 2 points getters right now.
Cut it down to 4?
8.
Cut it down to 8.
Okay.
This race right here means everything to Bubba.
Yeah,
because he's not going to win that road course. There's no way he's going to win that.
You don't
road
even think
course.
he'll place, or you don't think he's going to perform well enough to move up?
No, and I'm like, he needs to win this one because he's last.
Yeah,
I mean, there's too many people to pass for him to move up, or a lot of them in front of him, like Chastain, Cindric, and Reddick. I don't see Reddick having a problem. Maybe Cindric, and maybe Ross.
You talked about Logano. Look who's right behind him too, sneaking quietly, just kind of working his way into the list.
All right, what are odds for this week, Chip?
Right now, we got Kyle Larson plus 300 is the favorite at Kansas. Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney tied coming in second plus 600. William Byron plus 700. Christopher Bell plus 900. Tyler Reddick plus 1,000. Joey Logano is at plus 1,400. Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe plus 1,600. And then Terry's favorite, Ross Chastain, is at plus 1,750. And we mentioned Bubba Wallace. The rest of rounding out the guys in the running. Josh Berry and Bubba Wallace are plus 2,500. So they do not – Vegas does not give Bubba much of a chance to perform well here at Kansas.
Well, maybe the lights are too bright for him.
Moment's too big for him, maybe?
Maybe the moment's too big for him.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see moving. I kind of like the, like if I was going to go with somebody, if I had to bet right now, it would be somebody like Kyle Larson, somebody who's been there before, Denny Hamlin, somebody who's been there before. A lot of big names there at the top, a lot of guys that have had a lot of success. So it's going to be fun going down the stretch. You got Chase Elliott there at 7. You got a lot of good drivers in there.
This is a volatile because I mean, Bubba was like in the top 5. I want to say last week. Denny was, I think, second, and he's dropped. Larson was leading, wasn't he? And he's fallen to third.
Joey Logano was out of it too.
You've got guys. There's a lot of movement right now, so this is getting down to the nitty gritty and getting exciting.
All right, guys. I was trying to pull up the last few winners here. And here we go. Last few winners at Kansas: Larson, Chastain, Larson, Reddick, Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Kurt Busch, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch.
Hey, Kurt Busch. There you go, Terry.
But he was a long shot today, even though he's won there. He's a long shot. 17.5 to 1.
It's plus 2,500. So
25 to 1.
Yeah. So
25 to 1, and he's won there.
Yeah. Larson's won 2 of the last 3, Kevin. Is that what you said?
Larson has won 2 of the last 3. There was
Chastain. Might want to put your money on Larson.
Chastain is sitting on the outside looking in right now in 9th, and he won last fall's race. So I'm going to pick Chastain.
He might pass Briscoe. That would be the only guy up in the front that I think could fall out of it, because I think them other 7 from Elliott up are going to stay.
Who y'all picking for this week's race?
All right, you picked Chastain. I'm going to go against the Larson seems like the smart pick. I'm gonna go Denny Hamlin.
Reddick has won before, and he's on the outside looking in. Bubba Wallace has won before, and he's on the outside looking in. 3 of the 4 drivers on the outside looking in have won this particular race.
I'm going to go Denny Hamlin.
I'm going Christopher Bell.
I'm going with the safe bet, Kyle Larson.
All right, we'll be right back on KDCBroadcasting.com.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
It could be at your house if you're one of the winners of our Where's the Beef $1,000 giveaway. KTC Broadcasting will be giving away $200 free gift cards for beef. Take your pick: steaks, ribs, hamburger, and more. Be sure to register today at Marburger Chevrolet, West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Innovative Pools on East King Street in Kings Mountain. Bradley's on Highway 74 West in Shelby. At the Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. At Honda Motorcycles on Highway 74 East in Shelby. At Shelby Meat and Discount Grocery, South Lafayette Street in Shelby. And at Greenleaf Relief on 321 South Business in Lincoln. At Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia. At H&M Industries on Highway 74 Bypass West of Shelby. At Possum Hollow Farms on Pleasant Drive in Shelby. At Hillbilly's Barbecue on South Main Street in Lowell. And at Kimball's Furniture, West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The drawing will be held October 31st. Register to win in our $1,000 Where's the Beef giveaway.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
You can also register at the Country Kitchen on Campbell Street in Shelby.
You'll feel like you scored the winning touchdown when you try the new Club Sandwich Lunch Special at the Cherry Pit in Cherryville. It's a big super sandwich on white toast with mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, bacon, ham, and turkey. And it comes with fries and a drink. You'll leave a winner. Ask for the new Club Sandwich Special at the Cherry Pit, 201 South Mountain Street in Cherryville. Open Wednesday and Thursday 11 to 9, Friday 11 to 11, Saturday 1 to 11, and Sunday 1 till 9. Visit the website at cherry-pit.com and like them on Facebook too. Whether it's residential or commercial, whether it's a driveway or a parking lot, Mason Grading and Paving can have you looking good and driving smooth with new asphalt paving. Just give them a call at 704-922-0102 or 704-678-1714. They'll be more than happy to come out and give you a free estimate. I did, and I highly recommend them. That's Mason Graded and Paving. Again, call 704-922-0102 or 704-678-1714. And be sure to check out their Facebook page, too.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Before you hit the road, head to Zeus Auto Repair and Performance in Lincoln. With over 30 years of experience, they promise you'll be completely satisfied with their work. From an oil change to brakes to a North Carolina inspection to a tune-up, they are there for you. Get on the road again with a stop in at Zeus Auto Repair and Performance, 1122 South Aspen Street in Lincoln. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 8 to 12 on Saturday. Online at ZeusAutoRepair.com. Serving the foothills for over 100 years, S&C Fuel Delivery, formerly Lutz Petroleum, is your reliable source for delivery of diesel, gasoline, propane, lubricants, and heating oil, straight to your tank. Pumps are open to the public for fill-up. Delivery available in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. S&C Fuel is locally family-owned and veteran-operated, committed to keeping our community running, trusted by homeowners, farms, and businesses. Office located on Oakland Road in Spindale. Schedule your next delivery with S&C Fuel at 828-286-3419. There's never been a better setup than this setup from Oakwood Homes in Shelby. Are you ready to move? Well, start packing. Right now, Oakwood Homes in Shelby has a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home with 1,800 square feet of living space ready to move into at 110 Ashland Court in Shelby. Land and home sale priced at $299,000. Plus, the red tag sale is still going on at Oakwood Homes. Save thousands of dollars on your new dream home from Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com.
Go. Welcome back. Good morning, everybody, to Saturday morning Sports Talk. Shot Joxx, Kevin Hastings, Tom Sinafani, Terry Reinhart, and Chip Carter. It's almost playoff time in Major League Baseball.
MVP.
All right, let's get this out of the way.
MVP.
Shortly after my embarrassing comments last week, I did a little bit of research, and I seriously underestimated Kyle Raleigh's defensive prowess as a catcher. Not realizing he had won the Gold Glove last year, so let me just apologize for that. Looking at, and I'll just say, he's got a legitimate case for, in a lot of context, for having the MVP. 2 years ago, when Shohei Ohtani was putting up numbers on both sides, defensively and pitching and hitting, and Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs, I would have sat here and told you, I think the history of the season warranted Judge winning that MVP. I'd be pretty hypocritical of me to not say the same thing about Kyle Raleigh, especially what he's doing as a catcher. So, yeah, if he wins MVP, I'm not going to be upset at all about that.
Now he's at number 60.
Yeah.
So my analysis of the situation is that only Yankees fans think that Judge should be the MVP, and the rest of America, it's like that little dot in college football when everybody's pulling for someone else. Is it no? And this is the whole LeBron thing and the Kobe thing. It's okay being second. Pujols lost the MVP to Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that one. I'm not okay with McGuire hitting 66 home runs and losing that to Chipper Jones.
Or 70.
Right? and hitting 70 and losing that to Sammy Sosa. Yeah. McGuire didn't hit 136 home runs and didn't get an MVP. Yeah. So, because what they told us then, oh, you didn't win the division. You're not the champion. You don't have a Yankee hat on. So you can't. You have 3 qualifications. You got to win the division or have a Yankee hat on. Now, here's the question, Chip, and I'll ask Tom this and Terry. If the fellas, well, I'm not saying any effect on winning, same record, same stats, same everything. If these two fellers were wearing the opposite hats, what argument would be Yankees fans making? No one answered, Chip.
The one I just made.
Tom, would they be saying Cal Raleigh's the MVP?
Right.
So
exactly.
That's the point you need to make to Yankees fans. All right, just answer me this: if they switched, which one would you say is the MVP? Again,
whichever one's wearing a Yankee cap.
Right.
Yeah.
It's no offense to Judge. He's a big old giant dude that hits balls far.
Not just that. Whoa. He's the best hitter in baseball. He's the best hitter in baseball.
He's not better hitter than what is the guy that gets like 400 singles every
until
year.
the playoffs. He
Reyes.
folds like a
Now
house of
let's
cards.
see if he proves us wrong. But
or whatever it is.
he's leading the league. He's leading the league in batting average. And if it wasn't for
all right, so I'm gonna put it this way, Chip.
yeah,
Pujols had a better batting average than Ichiro a few years.
Yeah,
but I would never say that Pujols is a better
I'd take Pujols in a heartbeat over Ichiro
hitter than Ichiro. What I'm saying, and what I'm going to want you to realize this about Judge. There's some balls he hits because he's a big giant human being that wouldn't be base hits.
That's not his fault. Come on.
I'm not saying it is, but like again, you have a catcher who hit. If he hit 30 home runs and led his team to the division, he should be in MVP consideration. He hit 30 from each side, basically.
Yeah.
This is just.
I'm not disputing that.
I'm just talking to America on this one. The fact that gets the whole thing that the catcher gets poo-pooed by this, it just blows my mind, Terry. Because like the fact that he's sitting there catching 100-mile-per-hour baseballs,
and he's played more than Judge has this year. We talked about that last week.
And not only Judge, but outfielders.
Yeah.
Are out in the outfield eating sunflower seeds, talking to the fans in the outfield, and the catcher's catching 100-mile-per-hour fastballs every pitch.
This is where our arguments differed last week. I'm not going to sit here and say, now, yes, catching is the hardest position on the field. That was not the point I was making. The point I was making, and this is where I was wrong, there's a difference between King Griffey Jr. and Damon Berryhill. King Griffey Jr. is a superior defender to Damon Berryhill.
I don't even know who Damon Berryhill is.
He was a backup catcher for the Braves back in the 90s.
Oh.
All right.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah. But
can Damon Berryhill catch a fly ball and play right field?
I don't know if he can catch one in the corner starting.
Can King Griffey Jr. play catcher?
Don't know about that.
That's the point of catcher fans. Is that I can, and the point of when I say shortstops, and I say that about outfielders.
Yeah.
The further away you go from home plate, the least skill you got to have in baseball.
But there's an athleticism argument that can be made. I'm serious. I'm telling what I told y'all off the air last week. One of the coaches that I talked to that is helping recruiting back when I was in high school. He said one of the first things back in the day when they were scouting guys and looking at positions, the first defensive position they would put you at is catcher, or they'd try you out as catcher because to be an outfielder. You're not involved on every play. I concede that. And you're not involved on most plays. I concede that. That part, you are 100% right. Damon Berryhill cannot get from center field to the right center or left center gap like King Griffey Jr. can. That's the difference.
Right. There's a big difference there because now when you're speaking of outfielders, that's the reason your center fielder is the one who controls the field. If he can get to it, right fielder move over, left fielder move over.
I'm not talking about center fielders. I'm talking about right fielders.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
We've got four catchers in St. Louis, and they all play right field and first base. They just rotate catcher first right, catcher first right.
Aaron Judge, all you have to do is protect where you're at to the right side because if it's hit straight away center, that center fielder is going to call him off and take the ball.
He was their starting center fielder last year.
I know, he was. He was.
60 home run seasons. Babe Ruth, right field. Roger Maris, was it left field?
Maris, I believe
played
the
some center.
Left,
well, he hurt his knee. Remember, he blew out his knee.
Big Mark McGuire, first baseman. Sammy Sosa, right fielder. Barry Bonds, left fielder. Aaron Judge, right fielder. That's 7 people that stand still for 9 innings a game, hitting 60 home runs, and then all of a sudden, the catcher, Cal Raleigh, with 2005. Like this is the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
It's historic, and
it's not even. Yeah,
I will say Judge did have his own bit of history this week as well. There's only he's tied Babe Ruth and two dopers as the only 4 gentlemen. Only was that bad of a point?
I was trying not to crunch ice in the microphone.
But the only 4 players in MLB history who have 4 50 home run seasons in their careers. And Judge, I think he's on tap to try to break that next year, I think. But no, I'm not going to take anything away from Cal Raleigh. They both had phenomenal seasons. I do think Raleigh's and I would tend to.
If they were in last place, I would hear your argument.
I would tend to lean with you and agree that. Yeah, and what they've
but
done.
They're first.
Yeah,
he's a catcher. He's switch hitting
They're
catcher.
going to win their division. The
Right.
Yankees. We don't even know if the Yankees are going to do that. The Yankees are going to. They're guaranteed the wild card at this point. So yeah, no, I agree with that. I think that, and Tom makes a great point. The Yankees are in the playoffs, and Judge is their captain. He's supposed to be their leader. Let's see what he does in the playoffs. Let's see what he does come playoff time.
Yeah, because we saw what he did last year.
We've seen what he's done every year. I mean, every year. You showed the clip.
Him and
a few
Shohei
weeks ago.
Ohtani brought up the bottom end.
You showed the clip a couple weeks ago. Judge's signature playoff moment right now is a guy who's been suspended for betting right now.
Who is throwing meatballs on purpose?
Yeah, I mean, So let's see him. He's got to. If you want to be a champion,
between Aaron Judge and Mike Trout, the signature moments.
Don't make that
signature playoff.
Don't make that comparison.
Are nothing.
Judge made a World Series. Judge has made a World Series.
That is true. Trout hit his 400th home run this past week, and they compared him to the all-time greats and everything. And he's got 400 home runs, Terry. And one of the arguments somebody said it was Manny Ramirez that they brought up. Manny's got like 500 something and batted 310, I think, in his career or something like that. Yeah. and there's the Judge fans the Trout fans are just like, he clears Manny, so he's got way more. He had more. Their argument is he had more WAR than Manny did at this age than Manny did in his whole career. Yeah. So you can't. And that was the Judge argument this year, and I'm glad the batting average did come up because, like I said last week, don't bring up the WRC plus OBS, SLG, all that stuff. Every other letter in the alphabet to tell me how much better it is and all that. But
do you completely dismiss WAR? I'm not
completely dismiss it.
All right. Well,
completely. It's not. It doesn't do anything. The wins above replacement age, they're not even actually measuring wins. The word wins is a made up word in that.
I'm just saying, I'm looking at the stats right now. The career leaders for wins above replacement per Baseball Reference: Babe Ruth, Walter Johnson, Cy Young, Barry Bonds, Willie Mays, Ty Cobb, Hank Aaron, Roger Clemens. I mean, it's not a bad list.
Where's Trout on that? I think they made up the stat to. This is what I think they did. I think they try to come up with a stat to make to today's baseball players better than the past, no matter what, like they do with the NBA guys.
Then they failed miserably with this.
You ask an NFL guy or an NBA or Major League Baseball team, like, who's the best players from your teams, and they'll go back to the 80s and 70s and 90s and stuff. You ask people in basketball, they just totally dismiss anything that happened before 2000. Like, these athletes are way better.
Well, the players don't even know the guys who played.
I'm telling you right now, I bet my high school basketball team could go beat all of our sons right now. At 45 years old, and they're all whatever age they are. Why are they not bigger, faster, better at us athletes than us? But it doesn't work that way.
Well, but if based on what Baseball Reference is showing, WAR doesn't do that. Because again, I'm looking at the career WAR. These are our heroes: Ruth, Walter Johnson, Cy Young, Bonds, Mays, Cobb, Hank Aaron, Roger Clemens, Tris Speaker, Honus Wagner, Stan Musial, Rogers Hornsby, Eddie Collins, Ted Williams, Grover Alexander, A-Rod. Is the first one you really kind of get to this generation. He's 16th down on the list. Kid Nichols, Lou Gehrig, Ricky Henderson.
The highest WAR?
The highest career WAR. Yes. Based on this, I'm running the blip from top to bottom.
I still haven't figured that out.
I don't know.
All I know is it stands for wins above replacement.
Mike Trout is the leading
like
active
I said,
player.
Tom, the word wins is not even what it means. Yeah. Once you read the formulas and stuff and the explanation for it, it's not actually saying Mike Trout gave the Yankees 10 wins this year. That's not what it is. It's
an algorithm of some time.
They're saying the replacement level is your minor leaguer behind you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're saying if Aaron Judge's minor leaguer in right field for the Yankees AAA team came up, what would be his? Okay. How would they affect? Mm-hmm. And then they equate walks and hits as the same in the mathematical formula.
Oh.
So it's just big one. It's one big formula like this. You can't say, I know the formula.
Yeah.
Nobody that uses WAR knows the friggin' formula. It's bigger than a math major.
I agree with that. It can't be the end all be all. And so the charts you've shown that we've seen on social media prove it's the end all be all. I'm not going to sit here and look at this list of players. I'm not going to sit here and say it's completely worthless. Again, you've got to take it with the sum of other stats along with
WAR
it.
equals batting average plus base running runs plus fielding runs plus positional adjustment plus league adjustment plus replacement runs divided by runs per win. Terry?
It's a very well-rounded.
So
if I did that every day, it would drive me crazy.
Terry, how do I teach that to my kids in practice next
That's what
week?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Son, you don't understand your WAR.
Right.
Love it. I love it.
So again, I think it's stupid.
That's why you're batting ninth.
It used to be you would look at like all the counting stats, and even you'd count the slugging percentage and the on base percentage, and you would look at them and say, where does my player rank in all those categories? And so you can add them up and say first, third, fifth, seventh, eighth. Add those up. That's 23 points. Well, who's the other guy? His competitor. He's 10th, 5th, 6th, whatever. It adds up to 50 points. Well, I got the guy that's at 23. That's the MVP. Yeah. That's how you used to kind of look at it. Now it's, again, we're arguing whether a right fielder's batting average and his special mathematical formulas are better than a catcher that hits 60 home runs. So, anyway, with enough of that, I guess with the war stuff. Tom, how about them first place Cleveland Indians?
Wow, son. They're
first place right now.
They've lost their last two.
So is Detroit. Well, Detroit lost their last one.
Good, you can just lose 2 in a row and still be in first place.
I mean, as long as they keep even with them, Tom, you're good.
I'm rooting for both of them because I want Houston out of the playoffs.
Only 2 more games left.
The only thing is, like, if you had a run like they did, you use up a lot of energy, man. You use up a lot of energy trying to be perfect. And
got to put it in the past.
Right. And I just don't.
Didn't happen.
I just don't think they're going to win it. I think they're going to lose 2 out of 3 or all 3 of these games, and they're going to be out of the playoffs. I think that what upset me is all the people that were doing all the major league memes. Like, guys, they haven't won this thing yet. They've spent a lot of energy, and their pitching.
I agree.
Their pitching was phenomenal during this run.
Yeah.
How long can you keep that up? You got yourself so far behind. You have got, I mean, like, I got to be perfect today. I got to be perfect today.
There's your runs allowed in 21 last 21 games.
Right. That just takes so much mental energy over a long time. And it's not surprising that once they caught Detroit, now they've lost 2 in a row. They got spanked last night.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm just not very confident.
Now I see why we're gaining it. Way down there with Cincinnati, Atlanta, but I'm telling you, 93 runs is not bad compared to what's below us.
That's only 4 runs a game, 4.5 runs a game. So for the folks on the radio, real quick, Cleveland's give up 37 runs that was 2 days ago. 37 runs in the last 21 games. The next closest was 76.
More than double that.
Yeah. How can you keep that up, though?
I'll give you a flip side of that argument, though, Tom. And this is kind of what I was thinking with New York, because New York's battling the Blue Jays.
Just think how good y'all would have been if your pitchers weren't throwing home runs. Go for balls.
Just think instead of having that 10-game losing streak, you went 3-7.
Yeah, but so New York's battling Toronto for the AL East right now, and they've got to finish a game up on Toronto. Toronto's got the tiebreaker, so if they finish tied, Toronto's the division winner. But part of me's like, okay, I would love for New York to win the division to get that week rest and not have to play the wild card. But the flip side of that is, since from opening day to June 21st, they had the best record in baseball. From June 21st to August 21st, they had the 4th worst record in baseball. From August 21st to now, they have the best record in baseball. I'm like, they're playing hot right now. I don't know if I want them to take a week off. And I kind of feel that way back. I understand your point, but Cleveland's riding. They're riding a heater.
When you win all those games in a row and you have that, and you're like, oh, we're tied. I mean, it seems like we should have a 10-game lead.
Yeah,
but during that span, though, it's like this, Tom. A lot of teams, once you caught them, they relax. Because we've done all we could. Now we've caught them. All right, guys, relax. And then you come out and don't play good. Right. And right now, that's what Cleveland's done.
Like I said, you got to forget about the past.
Yeah.
The last 30 days wins at Comerica Park. This is Detroit's home field. Sorry, Brent Pasco.
It's been an epic collapse.
In the last 30 days,
somebody's got to get fired.
The Tigers have 2 wins. The White Sox and Mets have 2 wins in Comerica. And the Guardians and the Braves, the Native Americans, have totally took over Detroit, Michigan. Braves and Indians both with 3 wins.
It's Pontiac's Rebellion. I'm just telling you,
back in the day.
And
Pontiac's
I'm
didn't have that on my bingo card.
Pontiac's Rebellion. Look it up.
I didn't have that on my bingo card for today's baseball discussion.
Look it up.
It's awesome.
It's pretty. It is pretty cool. It is 1763. Just check it out. It led to the proclamation of 1763. I'll give you a whole lesson, but we won't do that right now. I'm just telling you, when you burn up a lot of energy, and it's just so hard. We have to be. They were 15.5.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of historic,
then I was like, no Facebook posts, no Instagram posts, no nothing. Please don't put anything on there. Here they are with the major league, man, all that, greatest comeback. It's not done. Y'all aren't done. We're not done.
What's my umpire doing at first base here, Tom?
What happened here?
Big chopper. And Torres, barehand grab throw.
Got it.
And no call. Now he calls him out. And the throw home is irrelevant.
Yeah,
What a bizarre developing play, because Guccione took so long to make a call. The first baseman had to turn and throw home.
He was just making
It was
sure he got
a
it right.
bang play at first, and he
He's
just
out.
didn't get him.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're saying he took so long the first baseman couldn't wait on the call. He had to turn around and
Big
throw home.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Look at this thing. He's pretty quick. He makes it. Oh, and then he says, well, he took a little bit. He took
He
a
never
little bit
made the
longer.
call.
When in doubt, call him out.
Yeah.
Look, the runner is past him, and he still hasn't called out or safe.
Runner's looking at him
The
like,
runner's in right field.
Yeah.
But he didn't do the cardinal sin. He didn't do
Yeah.
that.
That's right.
And I've seen a lot of umpires go.
All right,
And I've seen a lot of them go.
here's your history.
Fly ball to right field. Number 60. A catcher has hit
There you
60
go.
home runs.
Wow.
And you don't really understand it. That's like 14 more or 12 more than the next catcher.
Yeah.
You know?
Give him the award. I have no hard feelings with that.
All right, folks, we got to take a break. When we come back, we've got picks to make, college football, NFL, and more. Hey, you talk about your wars. Here's your catchers. Here's how much better Cal Raleigh is than the next best catcher in
Right
baseball
now.
right
Yeah. That's more than double.
if you believe in that type of thing.
Yeah.
There's no Cardinals on that list. We got 4 catchers. Real quick, I'll let you guys go over the standings real quick for everybody at home, and then we'll get to some commercials here in just a few moments. But in the American League, get that set up for you, Chip, and then you guys can go through that real quick. That in the National League.
All right, AL East right now, we have a tie at the top, Toronto and New York. Toronto carries the tiebreaker, so if they finish tied, Toronto wins the division. Boston has made the playoffs as wild card. They're 4 games back.
Came back. They were down last night.
Yeah.
Came back to
Had a walk-off win. Tampa Bay and Baltimore have been eliminated. Were eliminated a long time ago, but they both have big impacts. Tampa Bay's playing Toronto, and Baltimore's playing New York this weekend to help determine who's going to be the division winner.
All right.
All right. Did you do the National League?
Oh, no, I just did the AL East. I was going to let Tom do the AL Central.
All right. I didn't know what he was doing. Cleveland and Detroit tied. Detroit blew a game last night. Cleveland lost their last 2. So they're fighting each other like who's going to lose less between now and the playoffs. Yeah. So hopefully Cleveland get a win. They're playing Texas. Texas isn't bad. You know, they got 81 wins. They're not going to have a losing record. So they've got a pretty tough task ahead of them with 2 more games with Texas. So we'll see how this one comes out. And now Houston has pulled. Is that 85 or 86 wins?
Houston, they're 85. That's 85.
So both Cleveland and Detroit are 1 game up on them for the wild card.
Yes.
So it's just a real interesting situation with 2 games left to go. You know, if Cleveland loses twice, Houston wins twice, you know, and Cleveland, you could lose everything. I mean, right now you're on top of the division. Within 2 games, you could be out of the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In a 162-game season. So that's, shall we say, a little bit of a dicey situation. In the West, I don't think we went over the West. Chip already scrolled up. The Mariners look like they're going to win that one. Yeah, right. They've locked up the division. And Houston fighting for their lives for that last wild card
Come on,
spot.
keep Houston out of the playoffs.
Man, please, cheaters justice.
Yeah, please.
Come on. Remember the scene in Goodfellas where they take the guy's hand, smack it with a hammer? They didn't need to do that with a baseball bat to those Houston guys.
Over the National League, Phillies got a 13-game lead on the Mets. Mets still alive. Everyone else eliminated. In the Central, Brewers are in, Cubs are in, Reds trying to get in, Dodgers and Padres are in. So the Mets and Reds
are tied.
Are fighting for that last spot. All right, we'll be right back. KDCBroadcast.com.
Have it cleaned up and looking great with one call to Land Legends Landscapes LLC. They do it all with just one phone call. at 406-601-0696. With summer storms, can your land take it? Fallen trees, tree limbs, wind damage, and more. Land Legends Landscapes can help, offering quality service at a discount price, including lawn care, and they offer 10% off to first responders. Serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina. Again, call Land Legends Landscapes, LLC, at 406-601-0696 today. Again, 406-601-0696. Like them on Facebook, too.
It's the 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Plan now to bring the family out for a big night of fun. Entertainment includes the Majestic Spectacular Thrill Show, Canines in Flight, the high-flying All-American Frisbee Dogs, the Magic of Lance Gifford, Act Monsters Chainsaw Art, and the Demolition Derby. And Right Off for Rides will be back with over 40 exciting rides. And, of course, the many food vendors, games, livestock, and other attractions. The 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Y'all come. It'll be fun. It's a rainbow of colors at Acre Enterprises in Cherryville. With fall and winter coming, now's the time to get your new roof on your house or a new carport from Acre Enterprises. Select from a wide variety of colors and priced at only $30 for 3x12 sheets of metal. Colors include gray, ivory, clay, silver galvalume, vintage white, light brown, tan, barn red, and patriot red. And they have screws to match the color of your choice. And they will not be undersold on 40-year painted metal. Acre Enterprises, 1220 Shelby Road, Highway 150 West in Cherryville, right across from Food Line. Online at acrecarports.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Acre Enterprises now has black metal roofing in stock.
Sleep has never been better than now on a Sealy mattress. And the prices have never been better during the Sealy Mattress Closeout Sale at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Big savings on in-stock Sealy mattresses. And Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center also has some great deals on scratch and dented appliances, like a stainless steel refrigerator, 25 to 30 cubic foot models starting at $9.99. Plus, see the Speed Queen appliances in stock. Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up.
It's the Yamaha Wave Runner Best of Show sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Come check out wet summer fun with a new Yamaha Wave Runner and save up to $2,500 on select off-road Kawasaki models and get up to $750 in bonus bucks on a new Honda. Take up to $2,500 off remaining 2024 Honda models. And don't miss the CF Moto Rev and Ride sales event with 1.99% APR financing or up to $1,500 in rebates on select models at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Performance meets power at Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden in Clover. See the new John Deere mowers, the Gravely mowers, and the Aaron's mowers. Ask about 0% financing for up to 36 months, plus a full line of Stihl and Echo trimmers. Keep your lawn looking sharp with a stop in at Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden, located at 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com.
And good morning and welcome back to Saturday Sports Talk with the gang, is what JP calls. Anyway, Saturday Shock Joxx. I'm Kevin Hastings along with Chip Carter and Terry Reinhart and Tom Sinafani. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to last week's bad picks. And it's what we like to do for the folks who aren't familiar with it. A lot of people, a lot of shows, they know everything. They predict everything. Everybody gets it wrong. But nobody comes back the next week and says how wrong they are. But we like to do that. So this week's bad picks, NCAA style. I'm looking at Terry's notes here. And excuse me. Last week, Tom went 5-6. Chip went 5-6. For the second week in a row, y'all both went 5-6. And for the second week in a row, Terry went 4-7. So y'all took Terry out in the last 2 weeks. Now the bad news is for you guys.
How did Mr. I don't like college football,
the guy who doesn't watch college football and just looks at the polls and predicts these things, went 8-3.
Golly bum.
Overall, I have a 6-game lead on you guys. I'm 32-18. Tom is tied with Chip and Terry are tied at 26-24, and Tom's the only one with a losing record at 24-26.
But I think my
we're not picking the spreads.
I think my war looks really good though.
You might have a good war on that. First week, everybody did pretty good. That's what's crazy. Since then, it's been a struggle session for some of y'all.
We're on the struggle. It's a battle.
I haven't had a losing week yet. Y'all had a.
It's a battle to break 500 for the rest
Chip's
of us.
2-2 and winning. Terry's 2-2 and Tom's 1-3 and having winning weeks. All right, so let's go to last week's bad picks.
There'll be a lot of them.
The
Bad picks.
The Utes.
Terry?
I'm also going to Utes, Texas Tech. Probably hadn't y'all there.
They're only an hour behind them. They're Central Time.
You got Pat Mahomes.
Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Two former Kansas City
Who got this
quarterbacks.
Big 12 matchup at 10 a.m. in the morning?
I'm like a golfer who lost his mojo on the greens. I'm not trusting my putter right now, but I guess go with Utah right now.
Bad picks.
Great pick. I like Nebraska at home in a mild upset here.
I can't believe I'm picking Matt Rule on this. I'm going to go with the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, before this, I'd never picked Matt Rule over Michigan, but Beef Poogie's out there, whatever it is. Terry, who you going with in this one?
It's kind of hard for me to take Michigan here. I think Nebraska's going to knock them off, too.
Bad picks.
I don't know. The quarterback's girlfriend for Miami's awfully hot. Maybe he'll be
Terry
distracted.
comment right there.
Maybe he'll be distracted.
She's also got a daughter look just like her.
Maybe she'll be a little distracted. He'll be Florida with the upset.
No.
Hard to concentrate on the game when your girlfriend's that hot. Right?
And I didn't mean to say her daughter or her sister. They look like.
How old is her girlfriend?
I was just getting ready to say. I was gonna just totally
Sister.
go away from that comment because I had no idea what you was talking about.
Yeah, really.
Illinois
Her sister, they
at
both look
Indiana.
Bad picks.
I'm saying.
I'm absolutely right because I've looked at this
How
and
about this,
I'm
boys?
very tempted to put this in my parlay.
Who you gonna
that
pick?
Straight up Illinois. No respect. You're not respecting Illinois.
Terry, who you got?
I'm going to go with Tom because I never thought Illinois was that good till I saw them play. They are.
They had a shutout win last week. Shutout. I mean, against Western Michigan or somebody, but they did have a shutout.
Indiana.
Yeah.
I'm taking Illinois.
I want the Hoosiers in this game. I like their coach. He's a pretty good coach. I think he's going to
I agree.
beat the Illini.
Put me down for Indiana.
Guy's a prick.
Bad picks.
How was Duke favored in this game? They're terrible.
I don't know. We got a good offense. We can play with anybody, and our defense shows up one half and doesn't show up the
I'm telling
next.
you what, man, that's going in my parlay. NC State, straight up. That's going in. It did go. In
Will
my
you be
parlay.
quiet? You're messing me up over here, Tom.
Terry, you're messed up when you walked through the door, dude. Make a pick.
I thought he'd have this one
That's
nailed
what
before
I'm
he comes in that
saying.
door. He's had a week to pick this game in his head. Now he's confused.
Yeah, well, Tom keeps running that mouth. Then he's taking state.
We
I
got to
don't
do
want him-
NFL, guys.
I want him to take
We're off there
Duke.
at 10:15.
Yeah, I'm gonna take state.
Chip, who you got?
Please, Terry, I'm in your corner. Go State.
Is that 3 states? Is that
Well,
3 states?
Yes, Tom took state because he go betting on them.
Give me the Blue Devils.
No.
Give me the Blue
Kevin.
Devils at home.
We're gonna do a mini parlay with State and Illinois.
Bad picks.
Tom threw all of his money away this week.
Give me Wisconsin at home.
Wisconsin.
Put down Wisconsin for me as well.
Bad picks.
This is a dump. 1 and 2 against 0 and 3.
2.5
And
points.
this is the one we're picking.
Tom said he wanted Mac
Tom,
football.
is this your conference? Boy, they stout. What the heck? Give me Louisiana. You lose.
I'll take the Raging Cajuns. I'll take the team from the South.
Bad picks.
Let's go with Arkansas. Vegas knows something.
Chip. Yeah.
What was the spread?
7.5.
Yeah,
for Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm going Razorbacks.
33-26 is their predictive score roughly for Arkansas. Give me the Arkansas Razorbacks on this one.
Those are some bad picks.
All right, boys. Bad picks from last week. Worst one was the Indiana one. Right?
Yeah.
Illinois. Game was 7-7.
53. Think of that.
Last night, upset.
I'm glad you didn't ask us to pick that game.
Virginia beats Florida State 2 overtimes, 46-38. And have you guys seen the field rushing that happened?
It went crazy.
Is this the quickest a field has ever been rushed in the history of college, or history of all sports?
Wow.
Where did that guy go?
Where did both of them? Yeah.
Enjoy your fine.
In all seriousness, somebody can get hurt.
Oh, yeah, they're getting
somebody's
fined.
somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah, they're getting fined. Big time. So
Look at the security guard down there. You look at him right there, right beside the camera tower. Look at him.
Yeah, I would have just been holding on to the tower.
Yeah.
So Virginia they just have a hill over here and not.
Well, Virginia has sucked for so long. I mean,
they beat the number 8 team in the country,
and they beat the 8 team in the country.
That's where State ought to be ranked, because State beat Virginia.
Well, I think I got a tweet like that. It was like State beat them, and then somebody beat them, and they went down the line of who all beat who, and it was getting ridiculous about where it all went. How they do those
about
things.
State being ranked right now, not what they did last week.
I was telling Tom when we walked in there this morning, I said, I'm getting so tired of Rob Roop. I can't beat him in anything. Eagles can't beat Cowboys can't beat the Eagles, and now we can't beat Duke. Robbie Roop, you need to change states.
Yeah. Indiana beat a team and ranked in the top 10 so badly their win is no longer impressive because Illinois is perceived as a bad team.
Yeah.
So that's how college football works.
When you beat a team so much that's ranked that they're no longer ranked, so that doesn't count as a good win.
And watching a little bit of that game, they got the one wide receiver. I can't remember his name, but there's a lot of chemistry with him and the quarterback on that run pass option. And I'm gonna tell you, when you run that RPO, it's tough to stop, man. It can be very tough to defend if you've got guys that know how to do it. And they just ate Illinois up on that. They just beat them to death. Illinois just had no answer for it. Couldn't make the defensive adjustment. So I don't care what that tweet says. I'm glad we don't play them right now, because they are playing some good football right now. And he's got those JMU transfers. Now, when they're gone, he's been able to get some other guys in there. I think his recruiting classes have been pretty good, but he's been able to get guys to come in there, buy in, and he seems to be pretty committed to staying there. It doesn't seem like he's trying to go to, USC or something like that. So I think he's going to build that program up. I don't like him. Guy's still a prick, but
Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State fired this week. There's been 11 10-win seasons in the history of the school. Gundy's responsible for 10 of those 11, 8 as a head coach, 2 as the quarterback. Yeah. Got run out of town.
He'll be back somewhere.
Here's what you need more than anything, Tom. Top 25 versus the spread. Vanderbilt plus 74, Indiana plus 61, New Mexico plus 58, Louisiana Tech 54, North Texas 42, Ole Miss 42, Virginia 40. So there's some spread bettors. That was before last night's game, obviously, with Florida State. they weren't 10th last night until that.
Yeah.
So there for you.
Because they beat Alabama.
Yeah, that was the line, Terry. It was Alabama, NC State, whoever beat them. It went all the way through Alabama down to the bottom of the list. Let's see if I got any other news in this. I did have another video from that. We got to talk the touchdown call and see what you got. Let's see. A byproduct of this year's ACC schedule. It says, suppose you had infinite perfect knowledge and the 3 best teams are Miami, Louisville, and SMU. They all play each other and they all may go 1-1 and beat all each other. Well, let's say the next two best teams at 4 and 5 are Georgia Tech and UNC. They played none of those other three, and they go 8-0. And so a single SMU over Miami upset means the SEC championship could be between the 4th and 5th best teams.
That's a legit hypothetical. That's a bunch of horse hockey.
Now, I can see Georgia Tech maybe.
North Carolina's not.
I can see Carolina going 8-0.
That's not the best example.
I know.
No, it's not. But what they're making the point is, and I've made the point in other sports, especially like in the NBA, the teams in the Super Bowl or the finals or the World Series are not necessarily the best two teams.
They're the best team playing at that time.
Well, they're the best team from that league playing the best team from that league. You could have the two best teams in the American League, or the two best teams in the Western Conference.
You could have Buffalo.
That's what they're making the point of, is that
Kansas City, or Buffalo and Baltimore.
And I don't know what system to have when you have 17 teams in a conference. Like how do you fix that? You have to have. Does each conference now have to have their own AP poll, so they can rank them, or instead of actual standings, now we're voting on where they're ranking.
Play a 16-game season and all play everybody wants. I don't know what you do.
It's just they've got a lot of things to figure out. So Georgia Tech, let's go before I talk to them real quick. I do want to show one more highlight. Let's talk about that touchdown from last night in that win. This was overturned. Did you guys see the touchdown that was overturned? All right, this was called a touchdown on the field and then overturned by a replay booth.
TV is slowed down. Yes, I hear you. So what here is, we're going to try to see that there is control.
Doesn't have complete control of it till he goes out of bounds. He doesn't control it there.
Yeah,
doesn't go see the bobble. I think it's a good call.
So Florida State fans are up in arms. They've tweeted out, "This call cost us the game. This is why we lost."
You only gave up 46
Thank
points.
you, Tom. I was about to say, Can anybody look at the scoreboard?
Yep.
Your defense gave up 46. So this week I got in a Twitter argument, and this is the NFL, but real quick, it has nothing to do with it, but it has to do with that. Matt Ryan was commenting on how to come, or something about coming back, or dealing with that, and they were making comments. Why is a loser who gave up a 28-3 lead making comments on how to keep a lead? And my comments on those were, Matt Ryan didn't give up a point.
Yeah.
And I went back and looked at the play charts. When Matt Ryan went up 28-3, the defense never made another stop the rest of the game. So Matt Ryan ain't guarded nobody. And I'm sorry, you Florida State fans, you gave up 46 points to Virginia. That's why you lost, not because of these referees or whether this call went which way.
If you don't want that play to have an impact on the game, don't give up 46 points.
Right. If you give up 10, you don't have any argument. Just play some defense. I guess they get paid too nowadays in college, but yes, the defense gets paid too. Why does everybody forget that the defense they get paid?
Yeah.
Let's see if I got one more. Strength of resume, according to ESPN. This is kind of like, I guess, our PowerPoints poll. Texas A&M number 1, Georgia 2, Oklahoma 3, Miami 4, Florida State, Ohio State.
They're not there
Ole
anymore.
Miss, LSU. This was as of this week that I caught on during the week. So that's according to ESPN's that Texas A&M should be number 1. Terry, you think they should?
No.
All right, let's see what else I got on the college football.
I tell you what, if you want to talk about college football, I've been listening a lot about this matchup with Ohio State going out west. And this Washington team is better than they should be ranked. A lot of people saying they should be ranked. They do have a couple of defensive starters out. But I look, they put up a pile of points. They've scored over 50 points a couple of times. So they got a high-powered offense to be a tough test for the defense. And you got saying, your big first road test. You want to go to Seattle, Washington, all them crazy people out there? That's a tough place to play, man. So it's going to be, the line started out as 12.5 or 13.5, and it was down to 7.
Yeah.
It's gone back up just a little bit, but I think it's going to be a tough test for Ohio State today. And if they can get a win, it builds that resume. But I'm saying, better don't take this one for granted.
Right.
Well, last week, NC State was ranked number 1.
We're not even ranked. That's how easy college football is.
That's how it should work, Terry.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just drop from 1 to 3, should you?
Yeah, we
you
go
should drop
from
the top 25 all the way
gone.
The Coley Matrix that used to be in the BCS had NC State at number 1 last week, and they got beat. And then I just wanted to bring it up this week that they're not even in the top 25.
That's so funny. Yeah. Completely out of it.
How these college football rankings fun thing. That's what it used to. That used to contribute to the championships, guys. So you can't poo it, Terry. Y'all were number 1 for
1 week.
Oh goodness, Terry, y'all lost on September 20th for the first time in school history.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that? Going back to 1930, they had 11 games on September 20th, and they were 11-0, and then they fall.
That's always somebody out there trying to figure out something.
That's all right, Terry. Your football team's never lost on April 15th.
Weirdest stat ever, right?
I said, what a weekend last week, and West Lincoln did not play, which that was a plus. So I did win there. And then State gets beat and Cowboys get beat. So
checking in on Chip's Tar Heels and how the defensive meetings are going before the games.
I need some money. Can you give me 20?
They got margaritas in section 110.
Can I go see my boyfriend later?
My God.
Well,
Hot dogs have went up here.
I need your credit card. I need your credit card.
All right, we got to pick some scores here in a minute.
He's so pathetic.
It's so just bizarre.
How about something bizarre? How about North Texas stomping on the Tennessee kicker's foot?
I mean,
and they act like nobody's seeing this.
Right. Like there ain't cameras anywhere nowadays.
Bam.
That is so.
It's a wonder that dude right there didn't run him down.
That should be a suspension.
How about Michigan's Biff Poogie talking to Nick Saban? Saban said, "When you were at St. Francis, I never saw you coach it down. You were Jerry Jones. You paid all the players and all that are using the same philosophy at Michigan now." And Poogie said, "Yeah, and I learned all that from you." So there you go. There's your college football. These analysis. All right, y'all ready to pick some games since we did so bad last week? All right.
I got to concentrate this week. Tom, be quiet.
Focus.
Just pick the team and go on.
Number 21, USC at number 23, Illinois.
No way they're going to pick
all right,
Illinois
boys.
again.
USC favored by 6.5 on the road in Champaign, Illinois. Tommy, I'm going to let Mr. Big Ten start this one off.
How was Illinois still ranked? You know, my original parlay. I was like, okay, bounce back game. Illinois is going to win at home. But you know what? The more I think about it, 63 points last week. Southern California.
Terry?
Well, Illinois, I gave you a lot of credit until last week. Then you got blown out. Now watch them win. I don't care which way I go with them. I'm going to take USC, but it would not surprise me if Illinois does not win.
Chip?
Let's go with Lincoln Riley and USC.
I'm going to go with the Trojans as well. We'll make it 4 across, even like you said we should. You know what, Terry? I got a lead. Let's go with Illinois. I'll pad it. Illinois. You know what? Don't put that. You put USC. I can't say that out loud. Put USC. Put USC. I'd feel stupid pick the Illini, who beat Duke and lost by 60 to Indiana, to beat you Southern California.
This is when you're doing your scorecards, you always have a pencil.
I know. There's something in front of you. Notre Dame at Arkansas. 1-2 at 2-2. Noon o'clock today in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Notre Dame's favored by 4.5 in the South. Chip? What your Catholics going to do this week?
Golly, both times I picked them, they've lost, but I'm contractually obligated to pick them, aren't I? Let's go Irish.
Tommy?
Notre Dame, they'll win. They've lost some tough games to good opponents.
Terry Reinhardt.
I'm taking Arkansas.
There you go.
For a win at home.
Give me the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Might not be as good as what y'all think.
Y'all's Vanderbilt Commodores are favored by 23 this week. Ohio State, 8.5-point favorites in Washington. Washington unranked. They're 23 in that. The NC State was number 1 last week poll, whatever that thing's called.
They probably should be ranked. Coach has done a great job. He's the guy that came up from Arizona.
Picking the Huskies, Tom?
No. I mean, when you look at the talent on Ohio State's roster, and you got to, they've some people have been criticizing the running game. Running game hasn't quite going like they want, but I think Ohio State will have enough to get by. But I'm gonna tell you what, more than a touchdown, I might, if I was a betting man, I might take Washington and the points. I think this one's gonna be close.
Tell you who you got in this one.
This one right here, Tom. I always say what I say every week. There's an opportunity. Yeah. But, can Ohio State go out there and win? I do think they can.
I mean, it's going to be tough.
Ohio State will win. Washington, show up, play the game, take a win at home, be on the mound. You can storm the field like Virginia did last night. Is that the week that this happens?
I listened to some of the analysts on this one, and if you get a lead, if you're Washington and you get a lead and you get the crowd into it, and you got a quarterback who's never faced,
then they'll play not to lose.
Yeah, you get it. Well, if you get it,
that's what happens.
If you get,
give me Ohio State.
Ohio State for me too.
Get a young quarterback on the road in a hostile environment.
I don't know why we keep talking about Ohio.
That's what I'm saying. LSU at Ole Miss.
We're not allowed to talk. It's a talk show.
Mississippi is favored by 2.5 at home as the 13th-ranked team against the number 4 LSU Tigers. Chipper, I'm gonna let you start this one.
Oh gracious. Anyway, Lane Kiffin and Brian Kelly can both lose.
Come on, Chip, hurry up.
Give me
Ole Miss.
Miss.
Trying to make our picks here.
Give me Ole Miss.
Terry?
Yeah, you don't go against Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss.
LSU.
I'm going to agree with Tom on this one. Give me Louisiana State.
Not fast enough for you?
For the win.
Well, no, look here, Tom. You're on the road. Sorry.
Fast enough for you. Let's go to the next
Sorry,
one. Let's
Tom.
go.
You lose. You lose, Tom.
Let's go.
What was you saying? We don't have to break down a 50-point game. It's about to happen.
It's not going to be a 50-point game, Kevin.
Buckeyes by 25.
I hope you're right.
Easy win. They lie to you all the time when they say it's going to be a close game. Here's the spread, 8.5. Bull crap. It's going to be 15 on that one. Maybe 25. You be okay, Tom. You can mow grass, do whatever you want to today.
It's raining. I can't mow grass.
Okay, then don't do that. Tennessee at Mississippi State. Tennessee, 7.5-point favorites in Starksville, Mississippi. Dogs are 4-0. Tennessee is 3-1. Terry?
Ooh, this is a good one. Tennessee, you always falter when you shouldn't. And you should win this one. I'm going to take Tennessee on the road.
Tommy?
I don't trust Tennessee anymore. Mississippi State.
Chip?
Rocky Top.
I don't know a single thing about Mississippi State except they're maroon. Give me the Vols for this one.
Well, they've struggled in recent years. They have a new coach this year? Y'all don't know.
Probably got a new team.
I have no
idea.
you
can't every year.
Look at all these top 25 matchups under 10. It's like the first time in history we've done more than 5 of them.
You know how they used to say such and such from like such and such high school? Now they don't say that. They're like, Billy Smith, transfer from Vanderbilt. Every single player.
Arizona at Iowa State. Cyclones are 4-0. They're favored by 4.5 over the Wildcats. Chip?
Yep. Give me Iowa State.
Terry, put the Cyclones down for me on this one.
Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Uh-oh, we're all in trouble.
Arizona State, new coach, still 3-0 though.
Huge games the next two. Oregon Ducks travel to University Park. Tickets as low as $706 to see them play Penn State, who's having a whiteout tonight. All white shirts. Ducks and Nittany Lions.
Oregon's playing the best ball in the country, and they're being disrespected by a guy who is not exactly, shall we say, good in big games. Oh, sorry, Coach Franklin. In big games, you wilt. They wilt today. Oregon goes in there and whites them out.
I agree with Tommy. Quack, quack, Oregon Ducks for the win over the Nittany Lions. I haven't seen the Nittany Lions win anything in a long, long time that was important. Terry?
I always say Franklin's a falter when you got to have him, and I got Oregon.
I agreed with everything Tom said. The only problem is Tom said it out loud, and that makes me very, very nervous.
Oh, you're such an expert. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're
such an expert, Chip. Go ahead. Pick it. Tell us what to put in our parlay. Go ahead. Get your betting app out. Go ahead. Tell us what to bet, Chip.
Give me the Ducks.
Ducks for Chip.
Oh, he switched.
No, I didn't say I was going to pick Penn State, but it makes me very nervous.
He switched.
Alabama in Georgia. 17-15. Georgia's favored by 2.5. $360, half the price of the Penn State game to see Dogs and the Crimson Tide.
His Georgia accent is so terrible.
I know. Go Dogs.
He's in a good mood now.
Let's go Georgia at home between the hedges. Alabama's not that good.
Terry, give me them Dogs. They're going to call the Dogs on the Crimson Tide. Chip.
This isn't Nick Saban's Alabama. Give me Georgia.
That's 4 across the board, y'all. I'm taking Georgia too.
How many games is that, sir?
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We're in so much trouble right now with these
BYU 3-0, number 25. The Mormons go see Dion in Colorado. Colorado's 2-2. BYU's favored by 6.5 in this one. Chip, who you got?
Shadur and Travis Hunter aren't at Colorado anymore. BYU wins this game.
Terry?
Same thing here. BYU goes in and wins.
BYU.
Go ahead and take them Colorado team. They're not that good.
I know they're not. Give me the Cougars. They got an NFL quarterback that's not on the roster anymore. All right, 2 more, right? 2 more. Let's find me something. Let's see who the Mountaineers play this week. Oh, that's the SEC. We need the Sun Belt. The good old Sun Belt. Boise State. Oh, crap. We can't pick that one. 16.5-point favorites, Boise State over Appalachian. This NIL has killed us. Let's go over. Let's check out some ACC matchups for our folks around here. All right, Terry. Duke at Syracuse. The Blue Devils on the road in the Carrier Dome are favored by 4.5.
How?
This will be a slugfest here, y'all. How many points can you score? Syracuse can score, and Duke, you're on the road going into there. You played good at home last week, got you a big win, but you falter here. Syracuse wins.
Chip?
I cannot pick Duke. Syracuse.
Tommy?
I got you a Saturday afternoon parlay. Take Southern Cal, Notre Dame, and Syracuse in the points. That's a winner. That's a winner. Take your wife out to eat. Bet at 12, and then take your wife out to eat. What's your winnings?
Oh, my gosh. Give me Duke.
Yeah.
Y'all 3 and bet the house on it.
Oh, my God.
Give me the Blue Devils.
I'm waiting till a commercial break so I can put that in.
Louisville at Pittsburgh today.
I don't want to pick Duke, but he just gave me a lot of reasons not to.
Now, you could buy at Penn State at $700. Divide that by $8, Chip. That's how many tickets you could buy to see Louisville and Pittsburgh play today. Pittsburgh is the dog at home. Louisville favored by 3.5 on the road. Tommy, I'll let you start this one.
For $8. Louisville on the road. Pittsburgh, they're trash.
Terry?
Right there's where you change your vows of what you just got through saying. He said they were trash. Pittsburgh to win.
They're trash.
Chip?
Picked Pittsburgh earlier in the year, and they got beat by West Virginia. I'm going Louisville.
Who got beat by Ohio, who almost got beat by Gardner-Webb.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it a Pitt Panthers.
Who was in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
What we should have bet on is that next one right there. California at Boston College. Watch out, California. You're up in BC. Look out. Boston College is going to win.
Boston College is favored, Terry. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
Boston College is going to win.
We'll be back in a minute. KDC Broadcast.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
It could be at your house if you're one of our winners in our Where's the Beef $1,000 giveaway. KTC Broadcasting will be giving away 5 $200 gift cards for beef. Take your pick. Steaks, ribs, hamburger, and more. Be sure to register today at Lewis Feed and Western Store, Highway 321 South in Gastonia, at Cotton Seafood, Highway 321 Business South in Lincoln, at Dallas Express Pharmacy on Hoffman Drive in Gastonia, at Jake's Knives and Coins, South Lafayette Street in Shelby, at Arnold's Jewelry, South Washington Street in Shelby, at Carpet One Interiors, East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia, at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at the Captain's Cap Family Fish House on Linwood Road in Gastonia, at Bell's Farms on Highway 216 in Kings Mountain, and at Carolina Furniture Mart, North Aspen Street, Lincoln, and Cummings Furniture on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The drawing will be held Friday, October 31st. Register to win in our $1,000 Where's the Beef giveaway.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
You can also register at Oakwood Homes on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Pace cars on pit road. Race fans rise as one.
Playoffs roll on to Kansas Speedway.
Troubles turn 2. Turned is Harrison Burton. He gets dumped.
Where a spot in the round of 8 is on the line.
Connor Zilic just needs to get back on the throttle and get the car to the checkered flag. Here he comes.
It's the Kansas Lottery 300.
Saturday afternoon at 3:30 on Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook, too.
The City of Cherryville invites you to check out the all-new Community Gym. It's complete and is now open. Located at 210 East Academy Street in Cherryville, we think you're going to love it. And coming soon, the opening of some new restaurants, including the Five Spurs Steakhouse in downtown Cherryville. Mayor H.L. Beam, City Council members Jill Pewitt, Janice Hovis, Gary Freeman, and John Abernathy, along with City Manager Brian Dalton, invite you to visit Cherryville, where life blossoms.
Once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure.
Huzzah!
Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd.
Jousting night.
The Living Mermaids. Happiness reigns at the Renaissance Festival.
We come to the Renaissance Festival every year. It's just a good time for our entire family. We love to come and eat our way through the festival. The turkey legs and the crepes and everything else. There's great food and lots of entertainment. It's a great way to spend the day.
Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. Presented by Pepsi. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com. Renaissance Festival, here I come. Save $2 per ticket with discount coupons available at Harris Teeter stores region-wide. Oh, jolly good. Don't miss the Renaissance Festival. Huzzah!
Country Countdown USA.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as I count down the top 30 country hits in the USA, along with my co-host Scotty McCreery, who tells us all about his brand new baby boy.
I think we thought it was going to be a girl. She felt completely different. Gabi did this pregnancy, but it's another boy.
That's Scotty McCreery this week on Country Countdown USA.
Wednesday at 1 p.m. on WCSL 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
And welcome back once again. Saturday morning shock jocks. Kevin's getting his steps and burning his calories this morning, running back and forth.
I got two fun audios to start off with in NFL before we do our bad picks, which was bad too. Deion Sanders with this is just I don't know how to say it, but awesome. This is just awesome. Where'd he go? Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's go over to how about this for Deion?
That your name is actually spelled Dion, D-I-O-N.
Where you guys getting this stuff from?
We got some good researchers.
That is true.
That's true.
It's true.
Wow.
That's true. But let me tell you what I did.
Okay.
You know, a kid going to school, learning how to spell, and we all learned the song. If I say the first part, you got to finish the second part.
Okay.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I.
D-I-O.
Oh, yes.
E-I-O. So it was D-E-I-O-N. I got it from Old MacDonald. What? On my birth certificate is D-I-O-N, but I've always spelled it D-E-I-O-N.
You know how bad you got to be to just change a name and people just go along with it?
That's so good.
Right here, Mr. Sanders.
So his birth certificate has D-I-O-N, but his driver's license has D-E-I-O-N?
No, his driver's license probably has D-I-O-N.
I was about to say, legally,
I would guess it would have to be, but he couldn't spell his name. He learned how to spell it from Old MacDonald. Wow. All right, Terry, how about this? Michael Irvin.
Top 5 wide receivers all time. I get people all the time talking about this. I always tell people, you know, I think Jerry Rice the greatest player of all time. I think Jerry Rice the greatest receiver of all time. Yep. But as soon as you finish with that E and Rice, you better start with the M and Michael.
Oh, my God.
I agree.
Oh, come on, Terry.
They ain't a ball that you could throw near him and he wasn't going to go get somehow. Put his body in the way. He did all kind of things, bud.
That's one thing that the confidence that those boys have.
Yeah.
Like, when people talk about Dion and so we're
Steve
trying to put him
Smith,
down,
ask
I'm like,
him.
do y'all know who you're talking about? Like, Dion may be the most confident human being that has ever lived, but Tua, did you see Tua talking about Cam Newton?
I heard about this.
This is Tua. Cam
threw an interception.
Cam was talking. He was just talking about Tua. This is
And he makes
Tua's.
$53 million. You know what I mean? Because they do. They always say that. I heard Cam Newton say it the other day.
Well, anybody can play quarterback in this league. Then I mean, I want to see anybody on the streets come and play quarterback. I mean, Cam's doing his thing for sure, but you know, I think it's easier to be able to hold a clicker and talk about it that way, or talk about what someone else is doing wrong when you're not going out and having to do the same as them.
He said Cam Newton can't do what he does, Terry. What do you think about that one, Chip?
Cam shoots off at the mouth a lot. I mean, that's just frankly, but
That's what he does. He gets paid to run his mouth. There's
Well, I mean,
no shortage of that anywhere in the country.
He is on
just
a
people.
talk show, but what do you think about Tua saying a former MVP doesn't know about quarterbacking?
I mean,
basically,
to be fair, Cam's been to a Super Bowl. Tua's not. I mean
that's but his argument, if you really want to break it down, so Tom Brady's no good because he doesn't play anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stupid. So I mean, it's kind of one of the that's his argument.
But
but Cam does run his mouth, and if some guy wearing a hat that looks like a woman wears is criticizing me, then I would be the same way.
But on the back end of it, when I sit back and I'm like, Tua, why are you even running your mouth?
You're
You got
0-3.
Hill, Waddle. I mean, you got some receivers.
Well,
Don't
Cam come back said
telling
Cam
me nothing like that.
Cam come back said y'all's locker room looks like an episode of Love Island, not NFL. And he said anybody can be 0-3. Look at this chart. Percentage of rushing yards after first contact. So once you get touched, how many yards you have after getting touched? Look at rookie Raiders running back Ashton Genty's yards after contact.
Wow,
means he got no blocking.
He's got 1% of his yards come after contact. He's getting hit in the backfield every play. Tom Judkins at 93% isn't good.
Our offensive line sucks. I mean, they were good 5 years ago, but
Terry, is there a Cowboys running back on there? I don't know who y'all's running back is. Tony Pollard, who's he play for now?
Yeah.
Our offensive line was, I mean, it's the same guys that were really good 5 years ago, but you've been beat on, banged on, and just, I mean, you know, it's hard to stay good forever. So I'm not going to say that. I mean, they were great players at one time, but now they suck. So I mean, that's what happens when you draft two quarterbacks. How about drafting a lineman? You know, I will say it looks like it's panning out. You know, I was very critical of their first two draft choices, the defensive tackle and the linebacker, who have both played well. Junkins, when he's not in legal trouble, he's played well. So if he can stay out of, I mean, that makes me nervous. Once a guy's been in trouble once, and I'm like, oh, here we go with another one of these guys. But their draft class is playing well, but they're gonna have to draft some linemen at some time. I mean, they got old man Flacco, and I hate to say this, but they're like, we don't care if Joe Flacco gets hurt, which is pretty bad.
Well, I was telling,
which is pretty bad.
I was telling Will last night that whatever you say about this Browns team right now, Tom, the quarterback who's going to be playing week 16 and 17 has not played yet this year.
No, because Flacco's going to get killed, or they're going to bench him. I like Gabriel's accuracy, but he's not. Yeah, that's cute. I like that.
So this is what happens for the folks on the radio. Last Friday night, Will Boykins came in his Green Bay Packer tie-dye shirt, his Packer hat, and he had a lot of stuff to say about how the Packers were going to dominate the Browns, and it's not even going to be close.
Will's gone up there for a few games, though, hadn't he?
We can't score on them.
I think Will's gone and watched a few Packers games up there.
I'm not sure. So he sat here and he said we should wear. Tell him to get Tom in his Green Bay gear for next week, and he tried to get Tom in the bet, and he said he wouldn't agree to it. And I said, well, you're the one that was throwing everything out. So when Will got here Friday, I had all the equipment there in front of him, the dog hat and the helmet and everything ready to rock, and he was a good sport. He said that I don't know why we got him a medium shirt. It's a 44, Will. So if you can't, that's a big. It fit him, but I did tell him, Terry, that's the thickest looking cornerback I've ever seen.
He's got quick feet.
He's a fullback.
Yeah, 23. He's a fullback now. But he did look good. Those necks don't stretch on those jerseys. I have trouble getting it over my big head, but we finally got it on him. But Will, I want to thanks for being a good sport last night and putting the dog hat on. And he was FaceTiming his friends and stuff. Oh, yeah. So he goes live there on his phone is what he's doing. And they're all sitting there laughing at him over the phone in his dog hat. So there you go. Will the Thrill Boykins with his bad picks. Speaking of bad picks, last week, however good I'm doing in the NFL, I'm doing the worse in the NFL as I am doing college. 7-8 last week, me and Chip. We're both 30-17 in overall, as is Terry, but Terry had a 4-game comeback last week for the number one. He went 11-4 last week. He's now tied with. He needed 4 wins to tie me and you for last place,
and he did so.
Thank you.
Tom's in first right now in the NFL after going 10-5 last week, 33-14 overall. We're at 30-17.
3 games cleared.
So, but we've got bad picks from last week now from the NFL. Let's do that.
I caught this a little bit of this earlier this week. I think there's a theme going to be developed here.
This one is a good bit.
I'm gonna hide.
Bad picks.
Stand and cheer for the Panthers. Stand and cheer for the team. The pride of both Carolinas and city of the Queen. Carolina. Stand and cheer for the Panthers.
To have a song
Well,
that's
usually
cheesy.
this is the de facto
original
home
Panthers
game
song.
for the Falcons. Let's go ahead with the Falcons. I've been to the Panthers-Falcons game. There's more Falcons fans there than Panthers.
You've given me the one scenario where I will pick the Falcons with Michael Penix starting as their quarterback.
Against the Carolina Panthers.
Against the Carolina Panthers. Falcons win.
I like Penix. I like Robinson. I like the Falcons.
Yeah,
I
Bijan
think
is a
I
beast.
think they may be a playoff team. Falcons with the victory in Charlotte this weekend.
Bad picks.
Terrible.
Hail to the Redskins. Hail victory. Brave on the warpath. Fight for only sin.
Give me the Raiders in this one.
Bad picks.
Told Will that he's like, y'all ain't got an offense. I said, well, y'all ain't gonna score either. It might be 7-3, but or 10-3. Who you got in this one, Tom?
The Browns get murdered.
Terry.
Packers.
Like Tom's confidence in his team. Packers win.
We'll go for the Packers across the board on this one, although I shouldn't.
Bad picks.
I'm gonna go. Cam Ward gets his first win. Here we go.
Bad picks.
I heard somebody talking about Browning's got a good handle on this offense. He's not going to be Joe Burrow. I think he's going to do just enough for them to win. Bengals.
Bad picks.
New England Patriots for the victory. Drake May, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick on the season. I done told you 12-0 in Patriot Pat. Not since 2008. Tomlin can't win in Foxborough. We're going Patriots.
Bad picks.
That's against Brady. Who got in this one?
Stafford's back doesn't seem to be bothering him that much right now, and they say they're going to tighten up on calling the Eagles the tush push, or calling against the tush push. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Eagles defense looks a little suspect. Let's go with the Rams.
They had it.
Upsets.
2 losses. You lost.
I don't see the Rams losing a lot of games this year.
I got this
Rams
one
for
right
victory
there.
for me on this
That's
one.
3 losses.
That's all right.
Bad picks.
Texans go in and beat the Jaguars.
Texans ain't going 0-3. Jaguars are going to go 1-17 or something. Okay, go ahead with the Texans for me on this one.
Bad picks.
It's going to be tough going there to play, but somehow, some way, Broncos win.
Bad picks.
Who you got in this one, Terry?
What kind of a question is that? We got the number 2 offense in the NFL right now. Dallas wins.
Oh, but this hurts. Cowboys.
Big D is going to win and Big C. I don't know if Bears can win a game this year.
They haven't
Do
won.
they play the Pat? They haven't won since.
That's it. Hail Mary, y'all.
Hail
We
Mary
keep saying
dance.
it. Ever since the Hail Mary, they've
Perfect
not
antidote.
won since.
Play the Cowboys.
Bad picks.
Give me the dwarf. I'll take the Cardinals. They had it won.
Chip.
And you lost.
They had it won.
And you lost.
And,
Busted
no
my
Purdy. It
parlay.
looks like,
Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah. They're Kittle's out. Kittle's on IR. Yeah, Niners lose this game. Cardinals win.
I had to parlay one.
Bad picks.
This right here, buddy. Lions, y'all are in trouble. Ravens win.
This is going to be, looks like a great game. And I have a hard time picking against any team that's got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in the backfield. Ravens.
I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens.
He had 12 yards last week, Chip.
They still won.
And they won by 24.
And they still won.
Bad picks.
Seahawks at the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing it. I'm going to take the Cardinals.
I've been saying they're improved this year. I'm going with the Cardinals.
So according to y'all, the Cardinals going to be 4-0 at the end of this by next Saturday.
There's always a surprise.
I contend they'll be 2-2, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Got it. Dead on.
Those are some bad picks.
Kyler, they had it.
What's the Arizona Cardinals score? Just checking in with you guys. I mean, Rick, what's the record?
Yeah, Nostradamus, you got it, buddy.
You know, I'm listening to that game. They get the safety. They get the holding penalty. Okay, they're in a situation where it's like 3rd and long. So even the announcers are saying, okay, if you want to throw this ball, keep it in Murray's hands. Give him an option to run the
Carolina
ball.
Country,
And you're not-
WCSL, 92.9
and you're not going-
FM, W225
and you're not going to throw the ball down the field.
1590
Okay.
AM.
That's how it is,
Here's-
Tom. When you start talking, everybody else will
Yeah,
talk.
that's what it is. But seriously, even the announcers are like, give him something, roll him out. He can run if he wants. He can throw it to the tight end, or if just fall down. And the announcers are like, well, if nothing's there, just fall down and punt the ball. What do? They try to throw it downfield. You know, I was listening on the radio. Guy went up, almost had a catch. They get a free timeout. They got a free timeout. If they didn't have that last timeout, I don't think they have enough time. You know, it's like they've got their backup quarterback. Don't give them another timeout. What do? Coaches suck. You know what I mean? The broadcasters make better, I'm not saying skill development, but in-game decisions. Everybody knows, look, give him something where he can roll out and fall down. And what do? You break my parlay. I can't say it on the air.
Look, I've contended for years some of these NFL coaches could hire a 12-year-old Madden player, and they would give better advice on what to do during the games and everything. This has always bothered me, the kickers got to get up and warm up and everything, but they got halftime shows. This is entertainment. Dude, you warmed up before the game. Come on. Go kick in your net and get off the middle of the field. Now,
younger me would have done that on purpose.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Go kick in the middle of the field.
No,
on the
younger
side.
me would have done that on purpose because...
Well, he's hoping they score.
It's 30-0.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
He's hoping I might be able to get us 3 points.
I thought you meant score by getting a number from a cheerleader.
No.
Right?
My eyes would have been
He's trying
cutting
to score, Terry.
cutting to the right. My eyes would have been cutting to the right.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I got to warm up.
I got to warm up next to this blonde hot cheerleader
Sorry,
here.
Coach. Good luck with your halftime speech.
Scantily clad.
Hey, I'm making the.
Somebody's going to try to score.
See there, y'all think the wrong
What
way.
I'd
all
say
the
is
time.
I'm making the NFL minimum, but you're probably making $50 for this game.
Right.
What are you doing later?
Right.
You know, that's what I'd say.
Making the NFL minimum.
What are you doing later?
All right.
That's what younger me would have done.
You know, offenses get better, faster, stronger. Offenses are averaging 317 night yards a game. It's the lowest total of the century.
You know what? If you watch a lot of games, teams can move the ball between the 20s.
Yes. Red zone offense is really
But when they get in,
down.
when they get in there, man, it's just tough. When
wanna-
that field shrinks, because teams aren't built to run the ball anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Then that hurts them in the run zone. I mean, in the red zone.
Well, watch Michael Penix try to make this tackle here after throwing this pick. This is him laying on the ground, by the way. Then watch the rest of the effort. Whoops. He goes backwards. Here he comes again. Whoops.
I'm not supposed to go get them anyway, Coach.
Right. Those were like attempted, like, I'm supposed to try here, but
That's
not
right.
try.
I'm supposed to make it look like I'm trying.
That's right.
Panthers fans, Bryce Young is 7-26 as an NFL starting quarterback. 3-1 versus the Falcons. So Bryce Young is 4-25 against everyone not named the Atlanta Falcons.
And we still continue to have him
Y'all
as your starting quarterback.
We'll keep it. Somebody will pick him.
He's our quarterback of the
won
future.
30-9 last week.
Man.
Terry, Packers got the Cowboys day. Packers are 9-1 in their last 10 matchups, or got them tomorrow. Only one victory for the Cowboys
I want to
in
say
their last
something.
10
I'm
matchups.
glad you brought that up.
And I brought the Deion Sanders jersey to wear next week. He said he'll bring you a Packers jersey, Terry.
Okay. I want to tell people something. If you are a Cowboys fan, and I sent this out last week, you have just saw us return to normal. We're not going to win nothing this year. When you take out your starting quarterback with 4 minutes and something to go in the game, and you have gave up, and you have seen your quarterback standing over on the sideline laughing when we're down by 10, something's wrong here. I do not like that. They took him out, put in a backup, and I don't like that guy anyway, but he can't play, and then he goes down and throws the interception. But listen, Cowboy fans, understand, we have wanting a early pick. So if we lose, we're going to have an early round pick from us and a late round pick from Green Bay. That's how it's going to work here. Get used to it. We will lose tomorrow. Green Bay will destroy us in Dallas. And
Destroy.
Then we will be 1-3, and then we'll have the Jets and the Panthers coming up, and that's scary because we should not lose to no Carolina Panthers. But I'm just
lost
telling
to the
you,
Bears.
I just think Schottenheimer's in there now, and somebody told me before the guy's been in the NFL for 24 years. He's never had a head coaching job, and now all of a sudden he gets hours, and now he did exactly what I thought he would do: take Prescott out, set him on the bench, let the game go. We gave up. You do not do that in the NFL.
How do we have the Lakers and Cowboys hiring coaches that have never coached before?
I'm telling you.
JJ Redick.
I found out last week. I sent your dad
How does that
a
even happen
text.
on those teams? Like,
I
other
sent
teams
your
like hire
dad a
people with
text
experience.
last week after that happened, and I said, we have just gave up on the season.
Because, I know. I told you that, Terry.
Everything you said was right, except for the part about the Cowboys returning to normal. There's nothing normal about
I told
Jerry
you that
World.
10 years ago. It's been 10 years since I've seen that. Packers and Cowboys, Terry, who you got?
Green Bay.
Tommy.
Wow.
6.5-point favorites.
Green
Packers
Bay.
on the road.
Green Bay.
Packers.
Green Bay Packers for the win on that one. We're going to go backwards across these. How about Bears at Raiders? Geno Smith, Caleb Williams. And this is why my picks have been awful, because the quarterbacks are awful.
We got
I don't know what to
daggum beat
do.
by a guy who paints his fingernails. Think of it.
I thought the Raiders were going to be better than they were this year, but I'm not picking the Bears on the road in Vegas. I'm going to go Raiders on this one. Chip, who you got?
Yeah, everything you just said is right, Kevin. I'm going with I'm still sticking with the Raiders at home.
I'm also sticking with the Raiders.
Scary game though.
Bears.
Bears for Tommy. Raiders favored by 1.5 in that one. 2.5 point favorite Baltimore Ravens on the road in Arrowhead against 1-2 Kansas City Chiefs. One of these teams is going to be 1-3.
Yeah,
going into next week.
Who would have thought that?
Tommy, who you got in this one?
I've stuck with the Chiefs will not make the playoffs. I'm staying with that, even though I hate the Ravens. I think they'll win. Kansas City's offensive line is not that good. They're just not what they were. Ravens on the road.
This won't happen, Tom. This is where you're going to be wrong. Kansas City, somehow, some way, Mahomes will turn them around, and somehow, some way, the Ravens figure out a way to lose. And so Kansas City wins.
Xavier Worthy comes back. Look, the Chiefs look like they might have found something in the second half last week, but man, I think the Ravens and the Bills are the best teams in the AFC. I'm going Baltimore.
How are Raiders Bears tickets $225?
It's Vegas.
Yeah.
Buffalo and Detroit was beaten by. Both of these teams beat Baltimore. Baltimore scored 40 and 30 in those two losses. Give me the Ravens in Kansas City this week against.
Derrick Henry will hang on to the ball. They shouldn't
Chiefs.
lose.
Yeah, that's been
but they figure out a way
that's
too.
been a big problem.
Yeah. 3 so far.
All right, you want to see some more bad quarterbacking this week? These teams are 5-1 combined. 49ers and Jaguars. Is Mac Jones playing still?
No, Purdy's cleared to play.
Purdy is back. Well, I like Purdy. He's got a nice touch on the ball. Yeah. Purdy at home against Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars on the road. Terry?
49ers.
Tommy?
Yeah, I like San Francisco at home.
Chipper?
Purdy with C-Mac and Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, give me the Niners.
All right, we'll go 4 across on this one. 49ers. A big game here. Indiana Jones travels to Matt
going on
Stafford.
with him? Is he just proving that Brian Daboll is just not a good coach?
He's the Sam Darnold of this year, dude.
But are the Giants just that bad of a franchise?
Yes,
I think so.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, just think
really.
They did. And is it just
Dallas gave them every opportunity in the world to beat them?
Is it the similar situation that they just not developed their line because they couldn't block for Saquon and they couldn't protect Daniel Jones, and these two guys were just thriving when they left? Gracious.
3.5 point favorites are the Rams. Chip, who you got?
Golly, he keeps proving me wrong, but I can't pick Daniel Jones over Matthew Stafford or Stafford at home. Give me the Rams.
Tommy.
Rams at home.
Yeah, Rams.
I was going to pick Rams before y'all went 3 across. Dang it. We'll go 4. We'll go Rams at home.
Like Cleveland should have signed Daniel Jones.
We're going to find out how good Indianapolis really is.
We still got, Gabriel to play some real snaps. We still got to see Shador play a game. Deshaun Watson comes back in 4 weeks. We got 3 quarterbacks who will play this season. We ain't even played yet. So
Deshaun Watson will never play again.
We got a playoff run.
It's like having 4 catchers, right, Kevin?
I just wish they could get like a 7th round pick for Deshaun Watson right now, but nobody will take his contract.
He's gonna play. If Shador plays bad, he'll get to play. But they're gonna go through Gabriel and Shador first, I think. Titans and Texans. 7.5 point favorite are the Texans at home. Neither one of these teams has won a game. We've got the rookie quarterback against the Ohio State quarterback who's fell off a cliff. I don't know what to do about this.
That's what happens that sophomore year, guy.
Sophomore slump. There's tape on you now.
Who you got, Terry?
This is his 3rd year, guys.
I know that's what they said, but they keep saying he's a sophomore. That's what they keep saying every time he comes out.
Last year was his sophomore
I know,
year.
but
you got the freshman or the junior?
I'm taking the Texans.
Chip.
I don't think the Texans are going to go 0-4. I got the Texans.
Texans over the Teen Titans.
I think I've picked the Texans every week, and they went 0-3. And I picked against the Titans every week. They went 0-3. So I'm going to go Texans again. So Houston.
Tony Pollard's with the Titans now, by the way. We found out where he's.
Get me 1. Come on, Nick Chubb, do something.
Zeke Elliott, not in football.
Yeah. Preview.
Figure somebody would have picked him up.
Of the NFC Championship game. Eagles and Buccaneers.
Baker playing well.
Andre was up in here last night with his Super Bowl shirt on, ready to get him a Baker Mayfield.
Baker's
jersey.
another one. Just took him time to mature. Once he's matured,
He's
know.
got his head on straight now. I agree with you, Tom.
Yeah, thanks for playing your JV ball in Cleveland. Now that
And
you're
Carolina.
mature.
I think what maybe we should probably do, Tom, is maybe give some of these guys more than just 1 year or 2 years before.
I don't think you should start a rookie quarterback.
That's probably the thing. There was a time and day that you didn't start rookie quarterbacks.
You know what?
They were number one.
I'll say this: if it wasn't for Odell Beckham, Baker Mayfield might still be in Cleveland.
Yep.
That too. Now, you know when they stopped having the guys sit is when they went to two quarter. Most teams only having 2 quarterbacks on the roster.
Yeah.
And because you got to be ready to play now. It used to be you could the third guy can sit there, Short can sit there with Gabriel, and now we got 5, but whatever.
Yeah, it's
All right,
stupid.
Eagles and Bucks. Eagles favored by 3.5 on the road. Chip.
Mike Evans is out. Chris Godwin is per ESPN is cleared to play, but Eagles have just they're not winning pretty, but they're winning. I'm gonna pick the Eagles to win this one. I think Baker's magic runs out this week.
Same here. I'm taking the Eagles.
Tommy.
I like the Bucks. I mean,
it's not a bad pick.
I mean, I was just watching Baker Mayfield, the way he's playing. I'm not gonna be one of these like Cleveland fans that's like, wanting your old girlfriend back, like Facebook messaging the girl from high school. But I think he's really
we just
playing
won,
well.
Chip.
I think he's playing well. I think it's gonna be.
We just.
I think they're going to fire the cannons and blow. No, they're going to blow the Eagles out. But I think they'll win. It'll be a close game. I got Tampa Bay on my pick as well.
What if he has 4 straight weeks of game-winning drives on the last drive?
They're going to be in it. It's not like they're going to get.
They're going to be the
they're gonna
tush
be a home.
push at the end.
If he's got,
Probably.
yeah, it might be whoever's got the ball.
Yeah, the
last.
Bucks signed. The Bucks brought up their 450-pound defensive lineman this week to stop the tush push. We'll see if that works.
I hate the tush push.
I do too.
I hate the tush push.
Chargers 3-0 at the New York Giants. 0-3. Anybody picking the Giants?
Nope.
Anybody picking the Giants, Tom? We'll go Chargers across. Panthers in New England. Bryce Young, Drake May. Patriots favored by 5.5. Tommy, who you got in this one?
Is this the game?
Vegas knows something. Patriots, because I want to pick the Panthers, but why are they underdogs after their performance last week?
Because it's not the Falcons.
Yes, they match up well, I guess, against the Dirty Birds.
Terry, Bryce Young 4-26 against everyone not named the Falcons. Who you got in this one?
Oh yeah. You took the Patriots.
I did.
I am too.
Likewise.
We got 4 people picking a 1-2 New England Patriots team across the board. That can't be good. Panthers fans should feel good about that because we are wrong most of the times. But give me the Patriots. Cleveland in Detroit. Detroit favored by 10.5. Browns didn't have a chance last week. Tom held the Packers to 10. Can they do it again this week in Detroit?
Detroit.
The Lions said the Browns haven't seen a running game like us, and Myles Garrett said you ain't seen a defense like us.
Ooh. My girlfriend's harder than your girlfriend.
Terry, you got this.
My girlfriend's got a better body than your girlfriend.
You got this, Terry.
Lions.
Chip.
Bad opening week for Detroit, but they look like themselves now. Detroit wins this one.
Terry. Next week we'll be singing the Joe Flacco song.
It's
Flacco's going to have a big game this weekend.
Flacco's scared.
The Browns are going to go to 2-2.
Flacco is scared. He's behind that offensive line. He's 40 years old. He's thinking about his kids every time he drops back to throw a ball. He's like, am I going to get to see my kids grow up?
Well, he's hoping somebody will come in for him and he can collect that paycheck standing on the sideline.
Yeah. Well.
Make a good backup quarterback's a good job.
He needs to be coming up with like an injured
Saints at Bills. Anybody picking Spencer Rattler in the Saints?
No.
All right. Nobody across on that one. Falcons favored by 1.5.
No Jaden Daniels.
Against the Commanders.
Or they have somebody else out too.
Marcus Mariota returns to Atlanta. Chip.
They pulled out the win last week. I'm gonna stick with my theory. I'm not unless they're playing the Panthers. I'm not picking Penix. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
I'm also going with the Commanders. I don't want to, but I have to.
Yeah, Commanders for me.
I would have picked the Falcons this week easily if they would have competed with the Panthers, but they didn't. Give me the Redskins and Mariota for the win this week. Either flip a coin on that one though. To be honest,
really for real.
Pennett's gonna have a good game. All right, all the way from Dublin, Ireland, Vikings, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers flew on a regular commercial flight. Vikings flew a first-class plush chartered flight for the team, nice and cozy. So people are making fun of the Steelers for being cheap. Others are saying the Vikings are too pampered.
Aaron Rodgers was complaining about it yesterday.
Different ways to look at it. I'm sure Rodgers is. Rodgers was like, I could buy a better seat. I could buy a private plane myself. And
he wanted to go earlier in the week and go sightseeing.
There you go. Then there you go. All right, who you got in this one? 9:30 in the morning tomorrow morning. Vikings and Steelers. Tommy.
Vikings.
Terry.
Always hating on them Steelers. Steelers win.
It's $800 for a ticket. Chip.
I think the weirdo part of Rodgers came out complaining about the travel schedule, and I think he's not going to be mentally in it. I'm going with Minnesota.
Pittsburgh Steelers for me. 2 more games. Jets at Dolphins, Monday Night Football. Dolphins favored by 2.5. Is this the worst Monday football game in history of the world? Justin Fields, Tua Tagovailoa. I can't say it.
Yeah,
I can't say it either.
Good try.
Who you got, Tommy? Jets and Dolphins.
Jets. Jets get the win.
Not on the road. Dolphins win at home.
Dolphins at home.
Give me Miami and Tua. See if they put it together this week. Monday Night Football. Chips Bengals against the Broncos. Got Bo Nix and whatever the guy's name was from the Bengals.
Yeah,
again.
that proved me wrong.
Chip, who you got in this one?
I got burnt last week. Let's go with the Broncos.
Terry?
Broncos.
Tommy?
Broncos.
And I'm going to go the Denver Broncos as well. That's going to do it. Chip, give us some updates on the Ryder Cup. I know we didn't get to it, folks. We're sorry about that. Got a little behind.
Well, we're not missing much, folks.
America's not doing too well, apparently.
Europeans started the day up 5.5 to 2.5, and they are up 3 matches right now. And the Americans lead. DeChambeau and Young up 3 up.
The American crowds are acting like idiots anyway.
Hatton
They're
and Rahm
embarrassing the whole country.
McIntyre and Hovland up 2 up. And McElroy and Fleetwood, out of 132 possible pairings that Keegan Bradley could do with his 12-man team, statistically, Harris English and Colin Morikawa are the worst pick he could have. And that's who he's got going up against Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood, who are undefeated together, and they're leading 4. And McIlroy and Fleetwood are up 4 up right now.
You don't boo the Europeans. You know,
well, they do, but that's they got focused on. You know the guy.
How about a flyover with the Jets? And Terry, you're on the first tee, and you're trying to tee off, and you're trying to get ready, not be distracted, and you playing partners, Tom, decided to bring out the President of the United States.
As we get set for the afternoon session, there's a new spectator.
Obviously, he didn't inspire him very much.
No. Trump walks out with DeChambeau.
Yeah, that's his buddy.
His buddy, DeChambeau. DeChambeau gave a 325-yard drive off the first tee to welcome everybody right off the edge of the green. And then they went off United States to lose. But
the girl who gets excited about the wedding and doesn't think about actually being married.
Yeah.
That's what we did. That's what we've done. And that's what Keegan Bradley's done this whole thing. And I like Keegan Bradley. But this whole thing, we got so focused on having a great crowd and teeing off and driving the green on the first hole, we forgot that there's 17 other holes that have to be played. And we're playing like junk right now. And I don't know what's going on with Scotty Scheffler. It's just...
He's un-American.
Don't mess with the Europeans. This is their major. They get up for this stuff, man.
I just don't like the way the American crowds have been acting. I watched some of the highlights and just think these European boys are not intimidated by all that.
We have become the people that people hate.
Can they win?
No, that's all. There's actually a book from the
Can
50s
they?
called The Ugly
Yes.
American.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get to double digits. they might finish with 9.5 or less points. And I right now I'd bet that'd be the case.
I know we talked about this before. President had these golf shoes on, so there you go, at the golf course.
Maybe Keegan should have put him on the team.
Slip and fall.
Yeah.
So you don't slip. All
Make
right.
sure you take Tommy's parlay. Take your wife out to eat tonight.
Good luck with that, folks. We'll see you next week, KDC Broadcasting.
And it's happening right before our very eyes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
The incredible man, I only do things incredible can. Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do. When you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I